The sound guy's off. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test check 1 2 3. Test 1. Test 1 2. Test check 1 2. Check 1 2. Test 1 2. You either. Damn.
Field of 6. The 1 is Princess Mission. Owned by April Lynn Road to Meet in Ohio, trained by April, with Roy Wilson, the driver. John Kadeski III drives the 2, One of Bell, who owns and trains as well, from Timberville, Ohio. The 3, Mill Street Parker, owned in partnership by Bennett. Of the Bluegrass State, Sunderhouse, Paul Sunderhouse of Florida. Luttrell of Kentucky, Goodridge of Ohio, trained by Kane Kaufman. Jeff Nysauger will drive the 3, Mill Street Parker. The 4, Smokin' Begonia, owned by Cheryl and Marion Haynes of Blissfield, Michigan. Trained by Cheryl Haynes, Eric Haynes is up. The 5, Little Queenie, owned in partnership by Trish Scholesby and Richard Chow. Of the Buckeye State and the Sunshine State, trained and driven by Ronnie Gillespie. The outside of the 6, French Mocha. The lessee is Kenneth Hurst of Dayton, Ohio, who also trains, and Kenneth Hurst is Inner Selkie. That's the field for the first race. A trot at 1 mile, a purse of $4,976. 2-year-old filly trotters, sponsored by Katie McGrain, Dak Supplier.
All right, we're
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hancock County Fair in Findlay, Ohio. 12 big ones tonight, Ohio Colt Racing Association action. Doug Ballinger, Tom Pye, the harness guy, Ashley Daly, and Matt Clark here tonight. We don't know for sure if we got sound to our announcer, Jason Settlemore.
that's we got a full crew here, Doug Ballinger.
Well, I guess I could be Jason's backup tonight. I can do 12 races, I think, if we can't get Jason's voice to come through.
Well, yeah, you cover it. You're one of the best in Ohio. Should I say the best? No, I'll just say one of the
Now
best.
watch what you say there.
I don't want to butter you up. I don't want to go to your head. You know what I mean? But, yeah. Doug Ballinger, you've been announcing races for 4 years.
I'm going to kind of look over the field in case I do have to call this. Of all nights, I didn't bring my binoculars. I thought about it, but I've been here before, and we usually never have trouble with sound here.
In the barn area, start getting them ready for the second, please.
I'll tell you, while you're doing that, they've already post-paraded. I'll just go with the first race. This is 2-year-old filly trot. The Katie McCain and Dak Supplier. They've got the number 1 is Princess Mission. This is a 2-year-old filly by Enterprise, trained by April Roach, Roy Wilson in the sulky. 6 starts this year, no wins yet, 2 seconds, 1/3, $129. Number 2 is What a Bell. This is trained and owned by and driven by John Kineski III.
The starter has called the horses to the gate.
2-year-old filly by What the Hill. 4 starts, only 3/3. She's ready. What the Bell has been in 2:08. Number 3 is Mill Hill Parker. Kane Kaufman trains, and Kane Kaufman drives. They move him behind the gate. This is a filly by Crestline. 6 starts, 1 win, 2 seconds, 2/3.
Are we going to be able to hear him?
She's ready.
Think? Okay, we're good.
Point of 4, Smoky Begonia. This is Cheryl Hay. Derek Haynes in the sulky. Little Queenie is number 5 with Ron Gillespie. Will be a co-favorite if we had no betting here tonight. Number 6, French Mocha. Ken Hurst trained and driven. And turn around through the head of the lane. We are Jason Settlemore in the announcer's booth.
At the Hancock County Fair, here in wild and wonderful Findlay, Ohio. The 6 French Mocha is on strike. They're all fan trotting and firing away. There goes Mill Street Parker, and Nightonger has this one on the go early here. Off strut on the outside, wind Little Queenie driving through from the pole is Princess Mission. Caught to the outside, racing in 3rd is Smoking Begonia. At the pylon, trotting in 4th is What a Bell. And they're racing in 5th, and back down trotting is Little Queenie. And 6th in turn of the field, but finally trotting is French Mocha. Down the backside they go, nearing the opening quarter-mile mark of the race, being led up top by Mill Street Parker and Nightonger dictating the fractions here. Going to trot by the opening quarter-mile mark of the race. The opening quarter is 32 3/5. To the inside, Princess Mission right there racing into along the inside. Smoking Begonia trots in 3rd. Gap of 3 lengths racing in 4th. This is What a Bell. Followed in 5th by Little Queenie, and a long ways back to French Mocha. Passes the end of the fans the first time and heading on over to the halfway mile mark of the race. Mill Street Parker and Nightonger leading the way, leading in violate to the quarter. Right there, nose to helmet racing into his Princess Mission as they roll up into the payoff half. Closing the gap, racing 3rd. That's What a Bell by the halfway home in 1:04 and 1/5. Into the payoff half and up top. Mill Street Parker with the lead by a length and a half. Off the turn and driving down the backside. Heads are pointed towards 3/4. Mill Street Parker been there every step of the way. Leads it by a length and a half. Princess Mission to the inside trots in 2nd. What a Bell. They're trotting in 3rd as they race by the 3/4 mile mark of the race. Mill Street Parker. 1:36 and 2/5. Around the final turn they go. Mill Street Parker, but out top Princess Mission comes to the outside. Less than a 16th to go. They're on their way home in Findlay, Ohio. From the inside, Mill Street Parker with the lead here. To the outside, Princess Mission is coming on and coming on. Mill Street Parker on the inside, Princess Mission on the outside. These two are going to hit the wire. Mill Street Parker takes this field 8 to wire. Princess Mission to go 2nd. What a Bell 3rd. 4th is Little Queenie. 5th is Smoking Begonia. And 6th and last, French Mocha. Time of the mile 2:09, 2:05, 2/5.
Doug Ballinger, do they come in the last quarter? 29 seconds flat.
The winner, Mill Street Parker.
Looks like 3.
Could you hear anything on YouTube?
I don't know.
3,
I'll check when we
1,
do a
2,
commercial or
just for you.
something.
I mean, I couldn't hear.
All right,
winging around. It's like one of those old colanders that they used to spin lettuce with. Down the quarters 1:36 and 2, mile and 2, 5 and 2, 29 flat, and Mill Street Parker with Jeff Nightonger in the sulky. Is at a new lifetime mark. Yes, it is Jeff Nightonger in the sulky. Unofficial 3-1-2-5.
Hancock County Fair. The Ohio Colt Racing Association 2-year-old filly trot. Purse of $4,976, sponsored by DAC supplier Katie McGray. Into the winner's circle, gate to wire victory here for the 3, Mill Street Parker. Mill Street Parker, a 2-year-old brown filly by Creatine. Out of a Shepardcore, she by Chapter 7. Owned by Bennett of Lexington, Kentucky. Paul Centerhouse of Palm City, Florida. Luttrell of Paris, Kentucky. Goodrich of Ohio. Trained by Kane Kaufman. Nicely handled here this evening by winning driver Jeff Nightsonger. This is the second win of this one's career. Home at a new lifetime mark, 205 to Bells. Mill Street Parker, gate to wire. First race, the 1, Princess Mission. 2, the 2, What a Bell. 3, the 3, Mill Street Parker. The race winner to new lifetime mark, 205 to Bells. The 4, Smokin' Begonia. 5, the 5, Little Queenie. 4, and the 6, French Mocha. 6. Recheck top to bottom. It should read 2, 3, 1, 5, 4, 6 on the bottom. Of the opening quarter, 32 and 3. Of the half, 104 and 1. 3/4 and 136 and 2. Of the time of the round, 205 to Phelps. Mill Street Parker.
It was a nice last quarter. Doug Ballinger, 29 seconds flat, taking a new lifetime mark for Mill Street Parker. That's just the beginning. It was a nice night today, beautiful. As Jason said, it's 76 degrees out. Got a little headwind though, right at our back, but on the be hitting the horses in the face as they're coming for home. But we shall have a couple of good more miles up here. We shall return after these few messages.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
We are back here in Findlay, Ohio. Hancock County Fair, Ohio. OCR, Ohio Colt Racing Association. We've got so many associations, Tom Pye. We're on to the second race, 3-year-old filly pace for $7,119. Field of 6. If you'd like to print a program off at home, you can go to harnessracingohio.com. Later on this evening, we're going to get an interview with the manager of the local
Hickory Lane Farm.
Hickory Lane Farm. I was looking down the list of all we had.
Bud Wallace has been, well, he's part owner too, isn't he?
I don't know about that, Tom.
We'll have to find that out. We'll have to ask him. I think, yeah, I believe, yeah, he's
He
been
is
there
the
for a
farm
long
manager.
time. Yeah. Beautiful farm, too, up there. Beautiful, great horses, good sires, good stallions. Let's go with the second race, the 3-year-old filly pace here, Doug Ballinger. Sponsored by Fry Foods. Now I'm getting hungry. Ashley just gave me a fried mushroom. And I had it. It was delicious.
Was it? That's okay. You'd give it a good report, huh?
The what?
You would give it a good report.
Okay. it's finger licking good. You can't say that, yes, but it's lip smacking good. The one, Doug Ballinger, Juicy Gossip Girl, trained by Brian Georges by 3-year-old filly by Weston Vintage, out of Bellflower by Fly Buckeye, owned by Myron Kussler of Sydney, Ohio. Alex Hawk in the sulky, if I'm correct, no changes. Nope.
I do not have any changes here in the
Okay.
sixth.
10 starts this year. No, excuse me, 19. Time to get the glasses out. You folks, I got 3 sets of glasses, folks. I apologize. And right now I need the sunglasses, but I got to put on my reading glasses.
Well, you're in bad shape then.
Hey, I was proud over at Mount Gilead. I went up those steps, got up in like in 3 seconds, and I says to Steve, I says, that ain't bad for 75 years old. Thinking about 75 is old, by the way. As I always said, age is all relative. And I look like my 93-year-old granduncle Will. All right, number 2, Doug.
The 2 is Ella Joe. Ronnie Gillespie trains and drives. The 3-year-old brown filly by Racine Hill for Stephen Butler and Eric Butler of Ohio. 13 starts this year, has 4 wins, 9 career wins in 30 lifetime starts. 48,000 lifetime. Took a mark earlier this year at Marysville of 156 and won the 2. Ella Joe and driver Ronnie Gillespie.
Number 3 is Hillary's Girl, owned, trained by Jane Weller with Charles Mooney of Avon Lake, Ohio. Rod Almans Jr. is in the sulky for the 3-year-old filly by Lather Up. She's 3 starts this year, 1/3. She has 6 starts, lifetime 3/3. Has paced in 2, 4, and 2 last week at Hicksville. Well, just the other day, 4 days ago. So Hillary's Girl, number 3. Number 4 is...
We're going to have a post parade here, Tom Pye.
On the track in front of the books for the second race, OHHA 3-year-old filly pace, sponsored by Fry Foods. Second race, a condition mile pace. Purse of $7,119, in field of 6. The 1 is Juicy Gossip Girl, by the primary coaster of Sydney, Ohio, Brian Georges with Alex Hawk for the driver. Number 2 is Ella Joe, partnership by Stephen Butler, Salesville, Ohio, and Eric Butler of Waco City, Ohio, trained by Ronnie Gillespie. The 3 is Hillary's Girl, owned by Jane Weller of Republic, Ohio, and Charles Mooney of Avon Lake, Ohio, trained by Jane Weller with Rod Almans Jr. The 4 is William Hart, Carmel, Maine, Survive and Fire, trained by Michael Hitchcock with Daniel Holmes. The 5 is Whiskey Hill, owned and trained by Robert Brooks of Van Loo, Ohio, with Pierce Henry. And on the outside of the 6, Enduring Faith, owned and trained and driven by Robert Rogan, Belfast, Ohio, in Inner Sulky.
The 4, Survive and Fire, Daniel Holmes for Michael Hitchcock. William Hart owns. Rio Bay Philip Catch the Fire out of the Ponderosa mare. Lions Mandy has 17 starts, 10 wins on the year, 3 seconds and a third. 72,000 this year, 84,000 lifetime, 152 and 1 at Scioto Downs. Had rattled off 4 in a row before a second place finish at Salina on August 10th. Was the winner last time out in 155 at Northfield Park.
That Survive and Fire would be definitely the chalk, the favorite. But number 5 is Whiskey Hill. This is a 3-year-old filly by Racing Hill out of a Woodstock mare by the name of Connie's Desire. Robert Brooks is the owner, trainer, and breeder. Pierce Henry in the sulky. She has 18 starts, 2 wins, 1 second, 2/3, 14,000, mark of 156 and 2 at Northfield. Whiskey Hill with Pierce Henry. Number 6 is
Enduring Faith, Ty Loth for Robert Rogan. This is a 3-year-old black filly, a homebred actually, by Bring On the Beach out of the Badlands Hanover mare, Goodlands Patty, making her 3rd career start. Last time out at Urbana, finished distance actually, beaten 47 lengths, paced a mile in 2:04 and 3. The 6 Enduring Faith. We look across the way, our starter this evening, Mike Wapkenberg. A field of 6 3-year-old fillies are making their way to the gate.
Second race, sponsored by Prime Foods, Ohio Colt Racing Association, sophomore pacing fillies. Field of 6, moving up and moving in. The Webkenberg starting gate swing to the top of the stretch and here they come. Open pacing, very nice start here, firing away from the inside. There goes Juicy Gossip Girl. Grabs control of the racetrack. Emma Joe to the inside has come away in second. Survive and Fire to the pylons racing in third. Angling racing in fourth is Whiskey Hill. And Pierce Henry there, fifth from the inside. That's Enduring Faith. And dropping to the pylons, racing in sixth, and trailing the field, Hillary's Girl and Rod Adams Jr. can see them all as they race by the opening quarter-mile mark of the race. And up top, Juicy Gossip Girl. Alex Hawk leads the way here by a length and a half by the opening quarter, 30 and 1/5. Into that far sweeping turn for the first time, being led up top. Juicy Gossip Girl leading it here by a length and a quarter. Into the inside, Ella Joe is right there, stalking her in second as they pass the stand for the first time, heading on over to the halfway mile mark of the race. Inside, Survive and Fire, move to the outside in third, up the inside in fourth, the Whiskey Hill, a gap of 5, racing in fifth, Enduring Faith in sixth, and trailing the field, Hillary's Girl. He's rolling into the payoff halfway home, 59 and 4/5. Up top, Juicy Gossip Girl continues to lead the way here. Into the outside, Ella Joe right there at the leader's neck there, racing in 2. Off the turn and driving down the backside. Heads are pointed towards 3/4 of the outside. Ella Joe sticks ahead in front. Juicy Gossip Girl from the inside, racing in second. Survive and Fire to the outside, racing in third. Move to the outside, racing in fourth. That's Whiskey Hill. 3/4, 129 and 3/5. The drums are beating up top, leading the way here. Ella Joe. Ella Joe by 3.5, 4. And to the inside, Survive and Fire's racing second with less than a 16th to go. They're on the way home in Findlay, Ohio. And Ella Joe is in front. Ella Joe. Survive and Fire to go second. Third is Juicy Gossip Girl. Fourth is Whiskey Hill. Fifth, that's Hillary's Girl in sixth and last, Enduring Faith. Time of the mile, 1:58.5. Big mile. Here at the
1:58, 3-year-old filly Pacers. 30 and a fifth, 59 and 4, 129 and 3. Ella Joe, Ronnie Gillespie. This is a $12,000 purchase 2 years ago. 3-year-old brown filly by Racing Hill picks up her 5th win of the season.
I got to give a shout out, say congratulations to Sheila Kitchen. I believe she's up in Crestline or Bucyrus. She has bred 2 horses, both of them in the stakes, and this is one winner. And for a small town breeder, that's pretty good.
I was looking at
average.
track
Congratulations.
records. Yeah, I was looking at track records. It really doesn't show anything for 3-year-old filly Pacers, but that's a very nice mile, 1:58. Second was the 4, Survive and Fire. Third, the 1, Juicy Gossip Girl. And fourth, the 5, Whiskey Hill. If you care to print a program off, you can go to harnessracingohio.com to get your program.
Unofficial, it's 2-4-1-5. They come the last half and 57 and 4. My math is gone. My eyes, my math. Oh well. As I said, I had my run for years. It's all over now.
The winner of the second race, the Ohio Colt Racing Association sophomore pacing filly. Sponsored by Fry Foods, the 2, Ella Joe. A 3-year-old brown filly by Racing Hill, out of a Cinderella story, she might always a virgin. By Stephen Butler of Salesville, Ohio, and Eric Butler of Quaker City, Ohio, trained by Ronnie Gillespie. Nicely handled here. This evening by winning driver, Ronnie Gillespie. This is the 5th win of 2025 and the 10th win of this one's career. Home winner, 158 flat. Ella Joe, Ronnie Gillespie.
Back half would be 58-1, final quarter 28-2.
Ella Joe, the race winner, timed in 158 flat. The 3, Hillary's Girl, 5. The 4, Surviving Fire, 2. The 5, Whiskey Hill, 4. And the 6, Enduring Faith, 6. Recheck top to bottom. It should read 3-1-5. 2, 4, 6 on the bottom. Opening quarter in 30-1. The half 59-4. 3 quarters in 129-3. The time of the mile 158 flat. Ella Joe.
Good mile, Doug Ballinger. And there was a good race. Both those fillies in there, all those fillies, they weren't no slouches.
No, all a nice bunch of
nice group of
3-year-old filly pacers. Tom Pye, 3rd race is up next. Ohio Colt Racing Association 2-year-old filly pace, blank in memory of David Baird. This division for $5,207, a field of 6. No changes as of yet in the 3rd. We'll be back to take a look at all 6 of these 2-year-old filly pacers right after this.
Hi, I'm Dean Gillespie, and I want to tell you about the Ohio Colt Racing Association. There's 19 member fairs, and they sponsor the Partial Futurity in Greenville, Ohio. You need to race in the OCRA. Great racetracks, great people. Bring the kids and come out to the fair, and remember, fair time is fun time.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to OHHA.com. That's OHHA.com.
Well, we're back here at Findlay, Ohio, the Hancock County Fair. Tom Pye, the harness guy, Matt Clark, and Doug Ballinger. On to the 3rd race, 2-year-old filly pacers, a field of 6 as we await the post parade. Looking at the 1 AVF Velocity, Alex Hawk drives for Tyler Cook. This was a $3,000 yearling purchase. Lucky 5 Stables of Ohio City, Ohio owned. This is a 2-year-old bay filly by Fear the Dragon out of the Pet Rock mare. This Annabella, 9 starts, has a win, 4 seconds and 1/3, $10,392. Took a mark at Eaton at the Preble County Fair of 2:03 and 4. Last time out was 3rd at the Allen County Fair in Lima, pacing a mile in 2:02 and 4/5. The 1 AVF Velocity and driver Alex Hawk.
Number 2 is It's Not Your Turn. This is a Todd Luther trainee, owned by Greg Luther Racing, LLC of Black Lake, Ohio. 2-year-old filly by Summa Cum Laude, out of Nacho Mania Blue Chip by Rock and Roll Hanover. Driven by Andre Nared, 10 starts this year, 6 wins, and 1/3, $19,631. Mark of the Meadows, 156 and 2. Just had a break, interference break last week, but before that was 2 in a row in Ohio. Number 2 is Inacho Turn. Number 3.
The 3 is 2 pair in the air. Jason Beatty for Brian George. This is a 2-year-old bay filly by Zuma Kalade out of the Better's Delight mare, Lade Beam. This is a homebred. Brian George is of Wilmington. Kevin Manley, a Beaver Creek own. In finishes $5,323 on the year. Best outing was 3 back on the 3rd of August at Chillicothe, the Ross County Fair. Second, beaten just a half length by Legendary L.
Number 4 is She's So Fast. This is a Hank Levan trainee for the Winchester Bay Acres of Orlando, Florida. This 2-year-old filly by So Fast is out of Lodi by Real Desire. 13 starts this year, 3 wins, 6 seconds, and 2/3. 17,000 on the card. Marker Greenville of 2:03, 2 minutes and 3/5. As currently is 2 straight in the Buckeye State, coming off a win at Greenfield in 2:01, 2 minutes and 3/5 with the last course 28-3. Last week, just the other day at Lima, 2-1-1, last quarter 29-3. Driven by Hank Levan. Here is the post parade for the 3rd from Findlay.
Horses are on the track in front of the post for the 3rd race for the Ohio Colt Racing Association 2-year-old filly takes in memory of David Baird. At 1 mile, a purse of $5,207. A field of 6, no changes. Being led to the post by the 1 AFABM Felicity by Lucky 5 Stables LLC, Ohio City, Ohio, trained by Tyler Cook. Alex Hawk is on. For the 2 is Greg Luther Racing LLC of Blacklick, Ohio. It's Nacho Turner, trained by Todd Luther with Andre Narron. For the 3 is 2 pair in the air. Owned in partnership by John Brian Georges and Kevin Manley, both of the Buckeye State, trained by Brian Georges. Jason Beatty is on. The 4 is She's So Fast by Winchester Bay Acres Incorporated of Orlando, Florida, trained and driven by Hank Levan. The 5 is Sando, owned by Hired Gun Racing, Racehorse Express, and Bean. And they're all of the Buckeye State, trained by Brett Schwartz with Dylan Fagan. And for the outside of the 6, Hides Up by Harriet Darlene, all top of Urbana, Ohio, trained by Deborah Schwartz with Ronnie Gillespie. Inner Sulky. That's the field.
Number 5 is Sando, Dylan Fagan for Brett Schwartz. This is a 2-year-old bay filly by Pet Rock out of the Phelan Frisky mare. Shaken Frisky. This is a homebred by Mitchell Bean, owned by Hard Gun Racing and Racehorse Express. 8 starts, has 3 seconds, 4/3, 10,000 this year. Best outing was 2 back at Troy, the Miami County Fair. Finished second, beaten 6 lengths though by Delta Lady. Facing a mile 2:02-2. The 6, Sando, Dylan Fagan will drive.
Number 6 is Eyes Up with Ron Gillespie and the Sulky. Deborah Schwartz is the trainer. 2-year-old filly by Lather Up out of Dazzling Rockette by Rock and Roll Hanover. 6 starts this year, 2 wins in 3 seconds, 31,000, mark of 154-4 at Northfield. Come off at 2 second-place finishes last week at Scioto on 21st. Got beat a length and 3/4, mile and 53-4 in a Buckeye Stallion series. Number 6, Eyes Up and Ron Gillespie. Keep your eyes on, eyes up. She starts from the 2nd tier. Jason Settlemore says it is now post time here for the 3rd at Hancock County Fair in Findlay, Ohio.
Rich Miller walking up the steps. He's at about every county fair we're at. He's coming up to get his passport stamped, I'm sure. Field of Pacers, 6.
He has 2 ICE agents following him, too.
Heading to the gate, Mike Wepkenberg, our official starter tonight.
In memory of David Baird, purse of $5,207. A field of 6. Freshman pacing fillies, move it up and move it in. The Mike Webkenberg starting gate swing to the top of the stretch and here we go. At the Hancock County Fair. Girl fan pacing and firing away. First call goes to the board. She's so fast, driving through from the pylons. ABM Felicity protecting the pole position there. Away in third, it's Nacho Turn, angling to the pylons, racing in fourth, Sandu. Fifth there along the inside of the second tier is Eyes Up, and sixth and trailing the field, two pair in the air, can see them all as they pace down the backside and nearing the opening quarter, being led up top by She's So Fast. On the front end here, leading it by a length and a half. To the inside, ABM Felicity yielded for the Garden Ball, racing into It's Nacho Turn by the opening quarter. The opening quarter came and went in 29 and 4 fast. Over the inside, racing in fourth, Sandu. Second over the outside, racing in fifth. Sixth and trailing the field, two pair in the air. And they stroke by the stand for the first time and head on over to the half. Being led up top, She's So Fast, leads the way here by a length. To the outside, it's Nacho Turn. First up on the rim, racing into, rolling into the payoff path. ABF Felicity watching over the leaders from third. And the pylons racing in fourth, Sandu. Second over the outside, racing in fifth, Eyes Up, and sixth and trailing the field. Two pair in the air. Halfway home, a minute and 4 fifths. Off the turn and driving down the backside. Heads are pointed towards 3/4, and She's So Fast. Opens up by 2. To the inside, ABF Felicity is racing in second. First two from the rim, racing in third. They race by 3/4. It's Nacho Turn. It's Nacho Turn. 3/4 and 131 and 2 fifths. Around the final turn they go. It's Nacho Turn. On the outside, leading it by a head. Battling back on the inside, She's So Fast with less than a 16 to go. They're on their way home in Ohio. From the inside, She's So Fast. It's Nacho Turn to the outside. Eyes Up is rolling. Peter Wallace there, new up the wire. It's Nacho Turn in front. Going to be very close there for second. Time of the mile, 2:01.5.
2:01. It's Nacho Turn who came second over, had cover at the half, was following the one, AVF Velocity. This is a 2-year-old brown filly by the Hot Zuma Kalade, bred by Midland Acres. Greg Luther Racing, a Black Click, Ohio owns. Todd Luther trains. Andre Nard drives the winner. 7th win of the season. Earnings now about $23,000 for It's Nacho Turn.
That was a horse race between them fillies.
Yes, it was. Very nice race.
Good. And that it will be a photo. In fact, I was talking to our photo guy, and he was worried about the lights. I says, well, we won't need. I says, we can tell them apart. Yeah, we can't tell that one apart.
No, that was a close one.
Close one. And I know it's the 2 is the winner. It's Nacho Turn. Now, Todd Luther had a 7-win night at Greenville.
Probably did.
That was last Friday, I believe, or
last
Saturday?
Thursday.
Thursday, yes, he did. 7 wins.
He had a couple winners himself as a driver. Todd Luther, big fan of the Dark County Fair. He grew up there as a youngster. His grandpa was the caretaker at the fairgrounds. Here, let's go to Jason for our winner's circle.
Blue Chip, she by Rock and Roll Heaven. Owned by Greg Luther Racing LLC, a Black Lick, Ohio, trained by Todd Luther. Nicely handled here this evening by winning driver Andre Nared. It's Nacho Turn in 2:01 flat, posting the 7th win in just 11 tries for this 2-year-old brown filly by Suma Kamalade. It's Nacho Turn in 2:01 in memory of David Baird.
See, 2-year-old fillies battle it out like that. head-to-head, nose-to-nose, toe-to-toe, neck and neck. That is a great race. Those are, I won't say great fillies, but they're pretty good.
Yes.
Pretty good.
They were all battling down the stretch. AVF Felicity was doing most of the work, had it at the 3/4, had a half-length lead or a length going into that first far turn, and getting the cover was Andre Nard with Nacho Turn to get up for the victory in 2:01 as we await the results.
I believe they come the last quarter 29-3. Unofficial. I'm hearing the wind, taking my program pages and taking them down the stream from
4 to go. 1 out, 4 to go.
I don't know. Did he give a top down?
Nope.
I didn't get a result yet. Maybe still waiting.
They're waiting for the
photo.
photo.
But Jason called him out, I know, for the next race. Trying to keep him moving here. But we await our complete order of finish. We'll wait before we go to commercial break if we can to get that. The photo booth right beside us here.
He's still trying to sort them out. It's that close. I don't want to see we might have a dead heat for second and third.
It very well could be. It was very, very tight.
The Meadowlands, where Jason Settlemore is his general manager, so that they had their first triple dead heat in 50 years a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Very first triple, and those triple dead heats. We had one here in the Northfield. It was nearly a 5-horse dead heat. The first 6 horses were separated by a neck. That's great racing.
The gentleman that is doing our photos has a walkie-talkie. He's talking to the judges now, so I'm sure we're going to get that results here real quick. I guess we could take a break, Matt, and if we got to get a commercial in here and come back and give the results, if you want to do that.
The suspense. We shall return.
Yes.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres' experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
Have you heard about Bob? It's the Buckeye Owner Bonus, the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association's new incentive program. The program is for people who purchase yearlings or retain their homebreds out of mares registered and eligible for the OHHA's Breeders' Award program at the upcoming 2025 sales. The total bonus will be 1/2 the amount designated for that year's Breeders' Award program. For more information about the Buckeye Owner Bonus, visit OHHA.com or call 614-221-3650.
We are back here at Findlay. Give you what we have on this rundown. We got a ride right behind us. We was on that commercial break, and this ride just drowns our announcer, Jason Settlemore, out. The 1 AVF Velocity was 5th. The 2, It's Nacho Turn, was the winner. 3, 2 Pair in the Air, 6, 4, She's So Fast, hung on for 2nd. The 5, Sando, and the 6, Eyes Up. We're trying to get that information for you. 29-4 for the quarter, 1 minute and 4/5, 1:31-2. The winning time for its not-so-turn, 2:01. Fourth race is up next, a field of 5. 3-year-old filly trotter, sponsored by E.G. Trot. Go to our post parade now.
Well, the horses are on the track, ready to post for the fourth race, the Ohio Colt Racing Association. 3-year-old filly trot, sponsored by E.G. Trot. At 1 mile at first of $4,561, a field of 5. Drivers change on the 4, a little intoxicated. Drivers Pierce Henry. The 1 is LT by a nose by Madison Smith and Xenia, Ohio, trained by Jessica Smith. Ronnie Gillespie is on. But the 2 is Victor Gray, 11 Ohio, and Colin Hurst, 11 Ohio's Risky Hill, trained by Tyler Tench. Jason Beatty at the lines. The 3 is Caliel, owned in partnership by Levan Stables. Levan, Perry, and Perry. They're all with the Buckeye State, trained and driven by Hank Levan. The 4 is a Low Intoxicated, owned by Bradley Schaefer of Twelfth, Ohio. Brad Nowalski of Ottawa Lake, Michigan. Mickey Jennings of Weston, Michigan. Trained by Brad Schaefer. Brad Schaefer. Pierce Henry at the lines. And to the outside of the 5, Rose Run Ashton by Pamela Young of South Bloomfield, Ohio. Trained by Pamela Young. Jeff Nicesonger is Inner Sulky. That's the field for the fourth race. The Ohio Colt Racing Association 3-year-old filly trot, sponsored by E.G. Trot. Pierce Henry drives the 4, a Low Intoxicated.
Give you that rundown here real quick. We got it finalized. AVF Felicity was 5th. 2 It's Not So Turn the winner. 3 Two Pair in the Air 6th. 4 She's So Fast finished 2nd. 5 Sando was 4th, and the 6 Eyes Up finished 3rd. The mile in 2:01. It's on to the 4th race. 3-year-old filly trotters for $4,561. Beginning with the 1, LT by a nose, Ronnie Gillespie for Jessica Smith. This a $28,000 yearling purchase, has $35,000 in the bank lifetime. 157-3 this year at Souda Downs. Has 2 wins, 4 seconds, and 4 thirds. Last time out, finished 2nd. Beaten 11 lengths at Lima, trotting the mile, 2:06-1. The 1, LT by a nose, and Ronnie Gillespie.
And number 2 is Risky Hill. This is a 3-year-old filly by What the Hill out of Risky Deal by Break the Bank. K. The Tyler Tench in a Pinch trainee, owned by Victor Gray of Lebanon, Ohio, and Colin Hurst of Lebanon, Ohio. 1 win, 1 second, 1 third in 7 starts this year. Lifetime has 2 wins with 25 starts, 25,000. Risky Hill is being driven by Jason. I was just to be a wise guy, I was going to say Beatty, but I'm not going to say that. Jason Beatty is in the sulky. Number 2, Risky Hill. Number 3 is
3 Caliel, Tom Pye. Hank Levan drives and trains. 3-year-old Bay Philip of What the Hill has 1 win, 9 seconds, 2 thirds, 41,000 lifetime for the 3 Caliel.
Number 4 is a Little Intoxicated. Brad Schaefer trainee. He part owner, and with Brad Novak and Vicky Jennings. As Cam McCown, is Jan McCown down to is he in the sulky?
I don't know from here.
Well, anyway, a Little Intoxicated is looking for the first win this year. 9 starts. Number 5 is Rose Run Ashton. Pamela Young, owner and trainer. Jeff Nicesonger in the sulky, looking for the first win this year, too. So that's a 5-horse field here from Findlay, Ohio. And here's Jason Settlemore.
Oh, fan trotting and firing right out of there. There goes Risky Hill right to the point. And to the outside, racing in second. Caliel dropped to the pylons, racing into from the inside. LT by a nose comes away, trotting in third. 4th, that's Rose Run Ashton in 5th, and trailing the field of Low Intoxicated. Off the turn, driving down the backside. Nearing the opening quarter and up top, Risky Hill leads it here by 2 1/4. And to the inside, Caliel is there racing in second as they trot by that opening quarter. T by a nose there in third. by the opening quarter, 31 and 3 fifths. All the pylons racing in fourth. That's Rose Run Ashton, a tip to the outside, racing in fifth. And low intoxicated, and Pierce Henry can see them all as they pass the stand for the first time, heading on over to the half. Big one up top, Risky Hill leading it here by 2. Then Camiel to the inside, drops in second. Over to the outside, racing in third. LP by a nose. Fourth there, no intoxicated, and fifth and trailing the field. That's Rose Run Ashton as they went by the half. Halfway home in 102 and 2 fifths. Into the payoff half. Risky Hill leads it here by like the 3 part. To the inside, Camiel drops in second. LT by a nose, first trip on the rim, trotting in third. Down the backside to go, nearing the 3/4 mile mark of the race. Fourth there is Rose Run Ashton, and fifth and trailing the field. So intoxicated as they wheel by the 3/4 mile mark of the race. Risky Hill, then they're every step of the way. To the outside, LT by a nose, racing into 3/4 and 133 and 3 fifths. Camiel comes back from the inside, racing in 2 now, and LT by a nose drops in third. Less than a 16th to go. They're on their way home in Findlay, Ohio. And Risky Hill with the lead here, opening up and drawing away with every single strike he does. Risky Hill gets front. Finishing second, Camiel. Third was the one, LT by a nose. Fourth is going to be a no intoxicated. And fifth and last, Rose Run Ashton.
202 and 3. Gate to wire, Risky Hill.
2-3-1 just for fun. That was they got the half and 2. It was 2-3-1. They finished a mile 2-3-1.
Back half, a minute and a fifth. 3-year-old Bay Filly by What the Hill. Had a break the bank K mare. Risky Deal gets her second win in 8 tries this year. As a second and a third. Earnings now lifetime about $28,000 for Risky Hill. Victor Gray of Lebanon and Colin Hurst of Lebanon, Ohio own. Tyler Tinch trains. Jason Beatty drives the winner, Risky Hill.
Jason Beatty. Jason Beatty. Two, 3-1. Tell you, she took command and she never let go. Risky Hill.
She had it her way the entire mile. Earlier in the season, showed some breaks back on the 31st at Xenia of July, and the 19th at Scioto Downs made a couple breaks.
G-Tron for some $4,561 timed to 202 and 3 fifths. Number 2, Risky Hill. The 3-year-old Bay Filly by What the Hill. Out of a Risky Deal, she by Break the Bank K. Owned in partnership by Victor J. Gray Sr. of Lebanon, Ohio, and Colin J. Hurst of Lebanon, Ohio, trained by Tyler Tench. Nicely handled here this evening, gate to wire by winning driver Jason Beatty. For the 2, Risky Hill. Home winner in 202 3 fifths. Sponsored by E.G. Tron. This is the second win of 2025 and the third win of her career. The 2, Risky Hill, gate to wire in 202 3 fifths. Here's the top to bottom finish for that fourth race. The 1, LT by a nose, 3. The 2, Risky Hill, the race winner. The 3, Camiel, 2. The 4, Lil Intoxicated, 4. And the 5, Rose Run Ashton, 5. Recheck top to bottom. It should read 3-1-2, 4-5 on the bottom. The opening quarter, 31 and 3. Halfway home in 102 and 2. 3/4 and 133 and 3. Time of the mile, 202. 3 fifths. A nice last quarter there, 29 seconds for the 2, Risky Hill and Jason Beatty.
Up next, the fifth race, 2-year-old filly trotters for $4,976. A field of 6. Number 6, Rose Run Billy, will be driven by Hank Levan for trainer Jim Arledge. Hank Levan to drive the 6, Rose Run Billy. We're going to be back to take a look at the fifth race and the 6 2-year-old filly trotters right after these important messages.
own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at ohha.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
Cool Winds Farm is one of Ohio's premier standardbred breeding farms. Cool Wind stands the popular Dancin' Yankee, Jug winner Southwind Aussie, and the royally bred Western Fame. Cool Winds Farm is proud to present our yearling consignments at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 12th, and at the Standardbred Horse Sale in Harrisburg during the cool winds of November.
To Findlay, Ohio. We're at the Hancock County Fair. Hancock County, actually, this is the old Mill Fairgrounds, this is called.
Yes, it is.
And it's the scene was they've been racing here on this track. The fair has been in Findlay since 1853, because they talked about it in 1852. They've got the fair in different spots, but this track has been here since way back in 1938. And I got a couple of friends that were born in 1938. They were mere toddlers who were there, but they didn't have any racing during World War II. I think about 1943. That was the only time they've had the fair since 1852 and been racing here at the fairgrounds. The Old Mill Stream. Tell Taylor was the composer, and he wrote the story of that. He wrote the song down by the old. Give us a few bars, Doug Bellinger. I know you got a good voice. I know you do. But
not for that.
But down by the Old Mill Stream, all his friends said, "What do you write that for? Nobody's going to buy any of that." And he took it to the music store and he sold out all copies. And he said he wanted to build a golf course. They said, "What do you want to build a golf course? Nobody's going to play golf." So there's two things you learn. Don't listen to your friends and go with your hunches. But the Old Mill Stream. We're here at the 5th at Findlay, Ohio. 2-year-old filly trots. This is sponsored by the Hancock Federal Credit Union. Going for first at $4,976.
Number 1 is Town Gal. Ed Greeno Jr. trains and drives for E.G. Trot up right here in Findlay. This is a 2-year-old brown filly by Creatine out of the Agnes Hall mare. Filly City Hall, a $4,500 purchase last fall. 9 starts this year, has a win, 2 seconds, 2/3, pushing $12,000, just a little under 12. 207 and 2 at Sydney was a winner about 4 back. Last time out, made a couple breaks at Lima, finished 5th, trotting the mile into 11 and 3. Ed Greeno Jr. will drive the 1, Town Gal.
Now 2 is Country Martini, owned, trained, and driven by Melvin Schmucker of Okeechobee, Florida. This is a 2-year-old filly by What the Hill. The Martini Master by Glide Master. 7 starts this year. No wins, 1 second, 1/3. Has trotted in 2-8 and 2 last week at Lima and 2-7-3 at Troy. She is looking for her first win. Number 3 is
Sizzling Marcy Drive, driven by Jason Beatty, the 3. Brian Georges. They're trying to team up for another win tonight here at Hancock County Fair. This 2-year-old bay filly is by Marseille out of the Chip Chipperway mare. Sizzling Chips, Mary Ann and Brian Georges of Wilmington own. This is a homebred. 8 starts, has a win, 4 seconds, 1/3, $9,441. Took a mark at Circleville earlier in the year of $214.
room for improvement. She has been trotting in 2-6 though, so that was at Urbana. Number 4 is Diva's Range. This is a Mark Winters trainee. She's an in-range filly, but here's a post parade, you lucky folks. Saved by the Bell.
Well, the horses are stepping onto the track for the 5th race, the Ohio Colt Racing Association 2-year-old filly trot, sponsored by Hancock Federal Credit Union. Field of 6, trotted 1 mile, purse of $4,976 for the 6 Rose Run Billy, linked to driver Hank Levan. The 1 is Town Gal by E.G. Trot LLC of Findlay, Ohio, trained and driven by Ed Drano Jr. The 2 is Country Martini, trained and driven by Melvin Schmucker, Okeechobee, Florida. The 3, Sizzling Marcy by Mary Ann and John Brian Georges of Wilmington, Ohio, trained by Brian Jordan. Jason Beatty is on. The 4 is Diva's Range by Schwartz. Ohio Racehorse Express of Washington Courthouse, Ohio, and Ferguson of Washington Courthouse, Ohio, trained by Mark Winters. Jeff Nysonger is on. The 5 is Knoxville Lindy by Madison Global of Dundee, Ohio, trained and driven by Ronnie Gillespie. And for the Elks under the 2nd tier, the 6 Rose Run Billy by Jerry Zozo of Columbus, Ohio, trained by Jim R. Butch Jr. Hank Levan is center sulky. That's the field for the 5th race.
Getting back to the number 4, Diva's Range, owned by Schwartz, Racehorse Express, and Ferguson, all over Washington Courthouse, Ohio. Jeff Nysonger is in the sulky. 3 starts this year, has not hit the board, but has trotted 2-10 and 2 at Troy. That's number 4, Diva's Range. Number 5 is...
The 5 is Knoxville Lindy. Ronnie Gillespie trains and drives for Madison Global of Dundee, Ohio. This was a $19,000 Lexington Select purchase. She's a 2-year-old bay filly by Ready for Money out of the Love You mare, Nashville Lindy. 7 starts, 1 win, 2/3, $4,265. Winner at the opening fair of the year, 2-10 and 3 at Paulding. After that's been making some breaks. Made a couple breaks last time out at Greenville. Finished 3rd, beaten 12 1/4, trotted a mile in 9 and 1. The 5, Knoxville Lindy, and Ronnie Gillespie.
Rose Run Billy is number 6, with Hank Levan in the sulky. Jim Harlan Jr. is a trainer. 2-year-old filly by Triumphant Caviar out of Caught My Eye by Angus Hall. 4 starts this year, 1 win, 1 second, as one at Chillicothe, and 2-1 and 3. Got 5,300 on her card. She was an Ohio Select yearling sale of $20,000. Last week, she made a break. Week before, she did trot in 2-4 and 4. That was at Troy. So, and has trotted in a qualifier at Scioto in 2-1 and 2. So number 6, Rose Run Billy. Don't take your name to 2. Don't run, Billy. But okay, that's a 6-horse field. Number 6 starts from the 2nd tier. We have, this is a 5th from the Old Mill Stream Fairgrounds in Findlay, Ohio. Mike Webkenberg's starting gate is in motion. The gate moves around the paddock turn. Here's race number 5 from Hancock County Fair.
Hancock Federal Credit Union, field of 6, 5 on gate, 1 in the 2nd tier. The Webkenberg starting gate, swing to the top of the stretch, and here they jump at the Hancock County Fair. Trotting, firing away from the inside. Town Gal goes for the lead. On the inside, a Country Martini comes away trotting in second. Sizzling Marcy to the pylons third as they race around the turn. Angling in, racing in fourth, Knoxville and Lindy. Followed in fifth by Rose Run Billy in sixth and trailing back down trotting Diva's Range. And Nice Hunger can see them all. Down the back side of the go, nearing the opening quarter. Up top, Town Gal leads the way here by a length and a half. Country Martini to the inside, trotting in second. Sizzling Mercy trots in third. Fourth, that's Knoxville Lindy. Fifth there to the pylons, Rose Run Billy. And sixth and trailing Diva's Range. Opening quarter came and went in 32 and 3 fifth. Town Gal leads the way, leading it by a length and a half. To the inside, Country Martini trots in two. Passing the band to the band for the first time and heading on over the half. Sizzling Mercy trots in third. Fourth there, that's Knoxville Lindy. Fifth is a Rose Run Billy. And sixth is trailing that is Diva's Range. By the halfway home, rolling into the payoff half, being led by Town Gal. Town Gal triple to the half at 104 and 3 fifth. Country Martini still right there in the pocket, trotting in second. On the inside, Sizzling Mercy trots in third. Down the back side they go. Heads are pointed towards 3/4, and Town Gal continues to lead the way here by a length and a half. Country Martini trotting in second. Sizzling Mercy trots in third. Fourth for the pylon for Rose Run Billy. And outside in fifth, Knoxville Lindy. 3/4 and 136 and 2 fifth. Around the final turn, Town Gal opens up by 3.5, 4 lengths. Country Martini to the inside, trots in second. Both to the inside. Sizzling Mercy coming at it, coming on. Less than a 16th to go. Findlay, Ohio. Town Gal wins the lead. Sizzling Mercy goes to the outside. To wire. Sizzling Mercy gobbling up ground to finish second. Time of the mile, 2:07, 1 fifth.
2:07 and 1, Tom Pye.
Quarter and 30 and 4, Doug Ballinger. Looks like 1-3-2 just for you. Yeah.
Town Gal.
Town Gal.
Hometown.
And Country
Hero
Martini.
here for Ed Greeno Jr. E.G. Trot right here in Findlay, Ohio. This is a 2-year-old brown filly by Creatine, picks up her second win in 10 starts this year. She, a $4,500 blooded horse sale purchase last fall.
These fillies, they're nice fillies. They're not really expensive. They're the Rose Run Billy was a $20,000 Ohio Select, and Lexington Select was Knoxville Lindy was $19,000, but the others $4,500, $6,000, $8,500, well within range. That's a good for somebody who wants to start out. That's a good price range.
Probably going to be a little bit of an inquiry here. We had a breaker. She was closing. It was Hank Levan, the 6th Rose Run Billy for Jim Arledge Jr. Made a break just midway down the stretch, probably 75 yards from the wire, so the judges will have to look that over and see if there will be a placing. Don't know if she was lapped on or...
She was fourth, I believe.
She was finished fourth.
Fourth, and she was...
But the decision
was
will
on a
be
break.
made by the judges. Breaking rule, I'm sure. They'll look at that.
One Town Gal, 2-year-old brown filly by Creatine at the Philly City Hall. She by Angus Hall. By E.G. Trot LLC of Findlay, Ohio, from Ed Greeno Jr. and nicely handled here this evening at the Hancock County Fair by Ed Greeno Jr. This is the 10th start in her career. A winner in 2:07 and 1 fifth for the second time in her career. A winner that establishes a new lifetime mark. The 1 Town Gal, Ed Greeno Jr. 2:07 and 1, new lifetime mark. This race sponsored by the Hancock Federal Credit Union. Talked about a finish. The 1 Town Gal, the race winner. With the 2 Country Martini, 3 the 3 Sizzling Mercy, 2 the 4 Divas Range, 6 the 5 Knoxville Lindy, 5 and the 6 Rose Run Billy, 4. Recheck runs down, top to bottom it should read 13265. 4 on the bottom. Opening quarter 32 and 3. Halfway home 104 and 3. 3/4 and 136 and 2. Time of the mile, new lifetime mark 207. 1/5 count. Gal.
That 207 and 1/5 eclipsed her old lifetime mark, set at Sydney by 1/5 of a second, which is just a blink of an eye.
Sixth race up next, 2-year-old filly Pacers for $5,207. Jeff Neitzinger will drive the 5 Billboard model. We'll be back to take a look at the 6th right after this.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
Woolham Racing has been racing and breeding winners for over 5 decades, specializing in the development of young horses racing in Ohio. We are currently looking for new partnership opportunities as the fall sales approach. Our facilities feature a half-mile all-weather track, a sand track, beautiful turnouts, and everything that is needed to set your next quarter filly up for success. Want to own your next resource and have fun doing it? If so, contact us today and join in on the thrill of Ohio harness racing.
Hey kids, we invite you to join the Backstretch Buddies Club, a fun and free club for kids 12 and under who love horses and wants to be a part of harness racing in Ohio. Once you've signed up, you will be able to join Willie Winnett and exciting adventures and receive awesome surprises. Sign up today using the QR code.
Ohio Colt Racing Association action tonight at the Hancock County Fair in Findlay. Field of 5 for the 6th race coming up. 2-year-old filly Pacers, $5,207. Tom Pye, the 1, is barefoot on the beach. Ronnie Gillespie, Randy Smith trains. 2-year-old Bay Phillip, Catch the Fire out of the Rock and Roll Hanover mare. Dancing barefoot, Jessica Smith of Xenia, Ohio owns. 7 starts on the year, has 1 second, $2,262. That second place finish was at Salina on the 10th of August. She was only beat a length and a quarter. Pacing a mile in 2:03 and 3. Raced in a non-winners of 2 at Scioto Downs on the 11th of July. Paced a mile in 1:57. That's her fastest time in her young career. The 1, barefoot on the beach, and driver Ronnie Gillespie. Ronnie looking for his second winning drive of the evening.
And number 2 is Noble Request. She's a 2-year-old filly by the Ponderosa out of Noble Trixie by Noble Land Sam. There is Ohio breeding for you. The Ponderosa, of course, is Ivan Sugg, Noble Land Sam, Chip Noble.
Correct.
And owned by Brian K. Roebuck of North Lewisburg, Ohio. Marvin Rabber, Ohio, is the breeder. And Brian Roebuck, the trainer. Sean Barker II is in the sulky. 10 starts, 1 win, 5 seconds, 1/3. Mark 2-1 and 2 at Hilliard, $14,395 on a card. She paced in Greenville at 2 minutes and a 5th, was 3rd, and at Lima 2-1 and 3 was 2nd. She's ready, she's due. It might be tonight's the night. Number 3 is
a $60,000 purchase. 2-year-old Bay Phillip down by the seaside out of the Western Ideal mare. Paisley Hanover. The 3 is Twin Bee Malibu, Miller Racing Stable. R. Miller of Archbold, J. Banky of Indiana, and W.R. Rutenkopf of Archbold own. 5 starts, yet to find the winner's circle. This 2-year-old filly, though, has 2 seconds and a 3rd. Little over 4,000. Paced a mile in 2:01 at Urbana back on the 5th of August.
Number 5 is Speedy as Hill. Darrell Baird is the trainer, part owner, J.C. Baird in Mount Blanchard, Ohio, and R.J. Thumling of Brecksville, Ohio, own this Racing Hill out of Forever Speedy mare. She is 7 starts, no wins, no seconds, 1/3, $1,800 on a card. Jacob Baird is in the sulky. She was a Buckeye Classic sale yearling of 14,000. So she has paced in 2.5, has been in 2.3-1 at Salina. Number 5 is
Billboard Model. This $35,000 Ohio Select purchase. Redline Racing, along with Red Racer and David Van Dusen, own. 2-year-old Bay filly by Catch the Fire out of the Racing Hill Mare. Wanna Be a Cover Girl has 5 starts. Hadn't been to the winner's circle yet. Has 2 seconds. 9,600. Been trying the Buckeye at Scioto Downs. Tried the Buckeye also at the Urbana Fair, Northfield Park. Now here at the Fair Level, see what the 5 Billboard Model. Jeff Nysunger would drive for Kane Kaufman. See if Billboard Model can get into winner's circle tonight.
I have to admit that Buckeye Stallion Series is a great series, but there are no slouches in there. And you can beat a Bearcat. When you got a little putty tat in there, you meet a Bearcat, it puts a hurting on them. So I always say, I believe it's like bring a horse along, let them find themselves, because a lot of them don't find themselves. Well, some of them don't ever find themselves. But they, if you let them go their own speed, let them do. I know we have stake races and all that, but it's best to let them come along and hope for the best. And of course, I'm an old-time horseman. Horseman, that's the not part of the horse. Oh, here's a post parade. They had the warm-ups there.
Comes to the 6th race, the Ohio Colt Racing Association freshman and pacing fillies in memory of Paul and Lois Brooks. Pacing 1 mile, a purse of $5,207 a field of 5. The 5 Billboard Model, the driver Jeff Nysonger. The 1 is Barefoot on the Beach, shown by Jessica Smith of Xenia, Ohio, trainer Randy Smith, Ronnie Gillespie. The 2 is Brian Roebuck of North Lewisburg, Ohio, Noble Request, trained by Brian Roebuck, Sean Barker the 2nd. Jason Beatty drives the 3, Twin Bee Malibu, for Miller Racing Stable of Greenville, Ohio, and Miller of Archibald, Ohio, and Bankley. Fremont, Indiana, and Rough Mountain of Archibald, Ohio, trained by Brian Miller. The 4 is Speedy as Hill by Baird, and Thumbling. They're all with the Buckeye State, trained by Darrell Baird, Jacob Baird at the mines. And for the outside, the 5 Billboard Model by Redline Racing Stables LLC of Troy, Ohio, and Red Racing LLC of Arcanum, Ohio, and David Van Dusen of Madison, Ohio, trained by Kane Kaufman. Jeff Nysonger is inner sulky. That's the field for the 6th race, the Ohio Colt Racing Association 2-year-old filly pace in memory of Paul and Lois Brooks.
Now the one horse has got a win in here, and that's Noble Request. That's the Brian Roebuck. Going back now, Noble and Sam, I believe, was by Sun Sam. If I'm
Could have been. I don't know that for sure. Sun Sam
was that
Joe O'Brien or George Schulte?
No, that was George Schulte.
George Schulte.
Yeah. In fact, Kenny Lohmeyer rode some Sun Sam. He was a nice black horse. He was, of course, set a track record, world's record. He won the Meadowlands Pace, but he a fast horse and nice. He's by Albatross, and of course all those that gang back then. They had a great group of horses, but Sun Sam was the best that year. That was 1979, and I believe he got injured, and they went down to Lexington, Kentucky, and it was Hot Hitter become the top horse that year, and Keith Waples had General Star in there, and there was a 5-horse photo, and Hot Hitter, Super Clint, Jade Prince.
That was I can remember all those names.
Yeah, they were milling around, and Hervé had driven Hot Hitter, and he was looking at the crowd, and they were milling around waiting for the photo to be done. And his Purvey looks over to the crowd. He says, "Did I win? Did I win?" And Keith Waples, old face as they call him, he right alongside. He says, "You were second, Hoyvey." They posted up. Keith Waples win it with General Starr. "You were second, Hoyvey." Here they are coming for the 6th. Looking for Noble Request for his second win.
Pacing, firing away from the outside. Billboard Model crossing right over to take the lead. Twin Beam Malibu to the inside, racing second. Noble Request comes away, racing third. Speedy as Hill. Next along the pylons in fourth and fifth and trim in the field. Barefoot on the beach, can see them all as they move down the backside and nearing the opening quarter. Billboard Model and Nice Honor up top, dictating the fractions and leading it by a length and a half. And to the inside, Twin Beam Malibu pacing along nicely in second. Third there, Noble Request. Opening quarter, 30 and 2 fifth. Along the pylons racing in fourth, Speedy as Hill and fifth and trailing the field. Barefoot on the beach as they pass the stands and the fans for the first time, heading on over to the half. Billboard Model, the 2-year-old Billy Bike takes the fire, leads the way by a length and a half. Twin Beam Malibu to the inside, racing nicely there in 2. Noble Request pacing third, fourth there, Speedy as Hill, fifth and trailing the field. Barefoot on the beat, rolling into the payoff half, 101 and 3 fifth. Up top, leading the way, leading it by a length and a half. That's Billboard Model. Leading it here, and to the inside, Twin Beam Malibu is racing in second, Noble Request racing third, Speedy as Hill struggling there in fourth, and fifth and trailing the field, Barefoot on the beach, down the backside to go, heads are pointed towards 3/4, Billboard Model with the lead, Twin Beam Malibu. All over the Nice Honor helmet, moves to the outside, racing in second, flushing that cover. That's Noble Request, 3/4 and 133 and 1 fifth. Around the final turn they go from the inside. Billboard Model, then they're already stepping away. Twin Beam Malibu on the outside, racing in second. Noble Request ready to be set up 3 high. Less than a 16th to go. They're on their way home in Findlay, Ohio. Twin Beam Malibu looked her in the eye. Billboard Model and went right on by. Twin Beam Malibu in front. Billboard Model to go second. Noble Request was third. Time of the mile, 2:02, 2 fifths.
Surprise, surprise, surprise. Twin Beam Malibu breaking her maiden. It is new lifetime mark. First win in 6 starts, Doug Ballinger.
$60,000 purchase, 2-year-old Bay Phillip down by the seaside. Miller Racing Stable. R. Miller and Jay Banky and W. Reffentak of Archbold, Ohio owns. Get your first win in 6 tries. Back half in 59 and 4, I believe. Yeah, back half in 59 and 4. For the winner, Twin Beam Malibu, who got the 2-hole trip. Jason Beatty picks up his second winning drive of the evening.
And trained by Ryan Miller. In fact, Rod Cooper, that's one of his patrons of his stables with the amazing racing stable. He was just up
yes,
here
he was
to say
just
hi.
Up here. Yes.
And he's down the winner's circle now, I think. Jason Beatty has 2 on the night.
Their circle. 2-year-old Billy Picture, Twin Beam Malibu. Timed here in 2:02 and 2 fifths. Her first career victory. 6 starts. 3 Twin Beam Malibu is a 2-year-old Bay Phillip down by the seaside. Out of a Paisley, Hanover, she by Western Ideal. Both in partnership by Miller Racing Stable, Greenville, Ohio, and Miller of Archbold, Ohio, and Banky of Fremont, Indiana. Archibald, Ohio, trained by Ryan Miller. Nicely handled here this evening by Wind Driver, Jason Beatty. First career victory, 202, 2/5 in memory of Paul and Lois Brooks, the 320 Malibu with Jason Beatty, home winner. The 6th race, the 1 barefoot on the beach, 5, the 2 double, 3, the 320 Malibu, the race winner to do lifetime mark 202, 2/5. The 4 Speedy as Hill, 4, and the 5 Billboard Model 2. Recheck the rundown, top to bottom. It should read 5, 3, 1, 4, 2 on the bottom. Opening quarter is 30 and 2. Halfway home in 101 and 3. 3/4 in 133 and 1. Time of the mile, new lifetime mark, the 320 Malibu, 202, 2/5. Upcoming 7th race.
Nice mile there. She got the 2-hole trip. Had a lot of speed coming home and got up for the win. Her first career win. 7th race is up next. We go to Trotters, 3-year-old filly Trotters. For $4,561, Cody Greeno will drive number 1. Lovely in red, a field of 5. That is our only change on the card. We'll be back to take a look at this 7th race right after this.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead's sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year, Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
We are back here at the Hancock County Fair in Findlay. Night 1 of 2 days of racing. Post time again tomorrow night at 6. We have 12 big ones tomorrow night. I'd like to thank these fine sponsors for bringing you all the action tonight and all year long. A lot of these: Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center, Dublin Valley Farm, Hickory Lane Farm right here in Findlay, DAC Vitamin, Midland Acres, Stable.ca, Who Wins Farm, Ohio Farm Bureau, Willem Stables, to some of our fine sponsors bringing you the action tonight and all year long. Some sales coming up. Ohio Select sale coming up, the jug sale. They'll be selling 280 head on the 12th of September. That's a Friday at the Pickaway Agriculture Event Center at 10 o'clock start on Friday the 9th of June. Let's get to our post parade for the 7th. Here's Jason Settlemore.
Horses are on the track. Right to the post for the 7th race, the Ohio Colt Racing Association. Sophomore filly trotters are going postward here. Sponsored by Over the Moon Creations LLC. Trotted 1 mile, purse of $4,561 a field to buy. The 1 Lovely in red. By E.G. Trot LLC of Findlay, Ohio, trained by Ed Greeno Jr. with Cody Greeno. The 2 is Long Tom's Treasure by Robert Lenowitz of Allen Park, Michigan, trained by Deborah Swartz. Russell Swartz is up. David Justice drives the 3, This Big Gal for Randy Lee Rank of Nevada, Ohio, who also trains the 4, Madamel by Levan, stables of Woodstock, Ohio, Levan of Woodstock, Ohio, and Levan of Woodstock, Ohio. And another Levan of Lewistown, Ohio, trained by Hank Levan. Hank Levan is up. And for the outside, the 5 Country Diamond Girl, owned and trained by Melvin Schmucker, Okeechobee, Florida. Jeff Neisauger in center sulky. That's the field for the 7th race, the Ohio Colt Racing Association.
Which way did they go? I'm looking, they went this way and that way. The sun's in our eyes. Now that's something that I can complain about again. But yeah, it's
actually the sun feels pretty good this evening.
It is. It was a little warm, but now it's good to have the heat. It's cools down here in upstate Ohio. One of the biggest temperature changes that I've ever seen in my life was when I was coming down up by Lake Erie, and a quarter of a mile inland it was about 85. By the lake it had to be 60. It was a 25-degree temperature drop. Very enjoyable evening. Had a good crowd here for a while. Of course, the people thin out as the races go along, but a nice crowd, eh? I don't know if anybody's betting quarters or nickels, but they might be. This 3-year-old filly trot is going for a purse of $4,561. Number 1 is Lovely in Red, Cody Greeno in the sulky. Ed Greeno Jr. is the trainer. The third, she by third Pat out of Too Lovely by 11 Every Moment. 12 starts, no wins this year. 1 second, 4 thirds. That's trotted in 2, 3, and 3 at Lima. Was second last week at Hicksville in 2, 7, and 3. Number 2 is
Long Tom's Treasure, Russell Swartz for Deborah Swartz. Russell Swartz needs 2 more wins to get to that magic number 2,000. Currently has 1,998 career driving wins. 3-year-old Bayfield by Long Tom was a $12,000 purchase 2 years ago. Has 4 wins this year in 13 tries, 2 seconds, and a third. 22,562 this year. 33,000 lifetime. Took a mark at Sauter Downs at 54-4. The 2, Long Tom's Treasure.
And number 3 is Miss Big Gal. This is a pacing mare. She's by a pacing bred mare out of a pacing bred mare by Towner's Big Guy, Mr. Anson. We have Randy Rank to thank. He's from Nevada, Ohio. This is a 3-year-old filly. She has 15 lifetime start, has not win. She needs to behave herself. David Justice in the sulky. Number 4 is
4, Madam L. Hank Levan trains and drives. 44,000 lifetime. The 4, Madam L.
Country Diamond Girl is number 5, and Jeff Neisauger. Here they are, his Jason Settlemore for the 7th.
Fan trotting and firing away. Long Tom's Treasure firing right out for the lead. Driving through over the outside of Madam L. As they race around the first turn and over to the opening corner. That's Country Diamond Girl to the outside, racing in second. Angling to the pylon, Big Gal is there in third. Hanging about, racing in fourth. That's Lovely in Red. And fifth and trailing the field, Madam L. As they march down the backside, nearing the opening quarter and up top, Long Tom's Treasure. Onto the outside, Country Diamond Girl. Rebuffed and angled to the pylons, racing into by that opening quarter in 30 and 3/5 as they drop that far sweeping turn for the first time. Up top, leading the way, Long Tom's Treasure. Country Diamond Girl to the inside of the garden spawn, racing in second. Passing stand for the first time, heading on over to the half. Miss Big Gal to the inside, drops in third. Lovely in Red, right there on the inside, racing in fourth. A move to the outside in fifth, Madam L. Rolling into the payoff half. Long Tom's Treasure, leading it here by 3 lengths by the half. 101 flat on top. Long Tom's Treasure. It's her race to win or lose from here. Up top, dictating the fractions, leading in behind two. Off the turn, driving down the backside. Heads are pointed towards 3/4 and Long Tom's Treasure with the lead by a widening 2.5. Country Diamond Girl to the inside, trots in second. Madame is there now, trotting in third. Lovely in red trots in fourth, and fifth and trailing the field of Miss Big Gal. They went 3/4 and 1:31 and 4/5. Trot the final turn and head for home. Long Tom's Treasure, the 3-year-old daughter of Long Tom, leads it here by a widening 5. Less than a 16 to go. On their way home here in Findlay, Ohio, and Long Tom's Treasure with the lead. Madame out to the outside of the gallant effort in second, but at the wire, Long Tom's Treasure in front. Madame Elder goes second, Country Diamond Girl third, Lovely in Red fourth, fifth and last, Miss Big Gal. Time of the mile, 2:01 and 2/5.
Is that 2:01 and 2/5, Doug Bellinger?
2:01 and 2. Long Tom's Treasure. Russell Swartz, one shy now of number 2,000. 1,199 driving wins for Russell Swartz.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Coming last half in 1 minute and 2/5. And they very good, impressive mile. Long Tom's Treasure is a $12,000 Buckeye Classic yearling. She has now over 35,000 on a card. Lifetime. We have is that a big victory mare owned by Robert Lanowitz of Allen Park, Michigan. That is her 5th lifetime start victory. Over 24,000 won this year.
Moving trackside of the winner's circle, the winner of the 7th race, Ohio Colt Racing Association 3-year-old filly trot. Sponsored by Over the Moon Creations LLC. Into the Hickory Lane Horse Farm winner's circle, the 2, Long Tom's Treasure. A 3-year-old bay filly by Long Tom out of a BV sister. She by BV Victory, or Big Victory rather, by Robert Lanowitz of Allen Park, Michigan, trained by Deborah Swartz. Nicely handled here this evening by winning driver. They tell me he's got 1,999 wins now. He's 1 win away from 2,000. Russell Swartz. The 2, Long Tom's Treasure. Total winner at 2:01, 2/5. Rundown for the 7th, the 1, Lovely in Red, 4. The 2, Long Tom's Treasure, the race winner. The 3, Miss Big Gal, 5. The 4, Madame L, 2. And the 5, Country Diamond Girl, 3. Recheck the rundown, top to bottom. It should read 4-1-5-2-3 on the bottom. Time of the mile, 2:01, 2/5. Fractions, 30 and 3, 1:01, 3/4 and 1:31 and 4. Again, time of the mile, 2:01, 2/5. The 2, Long Tom's Treasure, providing Russell Swartz with win number 1,999.
Well, up next is the 8th race, Ohio Colt Racing Association. 2-year-old filly trot for $4,976. And coming off of that rail position will be Russell Swartz driving off the rails. We'll see in just a few minutes if he can get that magic number 2,000. We'll be back to take a look at these 6 2-year-old filly trotters right after this.
Hi, I'm Dean Gillespie, and I want to tell you about the Ohio Colt Racing Association. There's 19 member fairs, and they sponsor the partial futurity in Greenville, Ohio. You need to race in the OCRA. Great racetracks, great people. Bring the kids and come out to the fair, and remember, fair time is fun time.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
The future is bright in Ohio. Ohio Sire Stakes, Buckeye Stallion Series, 66 county and independent fairs. Whether it's the Ohio Sire Stakes, the Buckeye Stallion Series, or the county fairs, Ohio has a place for your racehorse. This year, Ohio breds are racing for nearly $23 million in stakes purses. Be part of the winning. Breed, buy, race, win in Ohio.
Let's give a shout out to the hard-working folks that we see in the judges' booth all the time. We got presiding judge is Ryan Ratliff. Clerk Chowder is dependable Pam Weller. And photo finish is Ed Embach, who's right alongside of us. Photographer is Winner Pictures, that's Bob Adams. Mike Webkenberg is the starter. Jason Settlemore, our announcer. Our speed committee, director in charge Tony Hufford, with the members of Darrell Bard, Tom Higbee, Mandy Lobdell, sure, thank you, and Brad Wallace. I want to thank you folks. You put a great track out here, great show.
Track is very good.
Very nice.
Talking about Brad Wallace, he's working the winner's circle here tonight. He is the farm manager at Hickory Lane. He was going to try to get over here and give us an interview, but he has not got away yet. Nobody to replace him in the winner's circle, but they got a great stallion standing right now, Tom Pye, and In Range.
He's the hottest news.
He is the hottest. He is a half-brother to Long Tom. He's by bar hopping. He won an elimination of the Breeders' Crown at Hoosier Park a few years back. Took a mark as a 2-year-old of 54-1 as a 3-year-old. Trotted in 51-4. Just under $800,000 in lifetime earnings. He stands right here at Hickory Lane Farm in Findlay. They also have What the Hill, Uncle Peter, Guardian Angel Oz, Racing Hill, Branded by Lindy, and of course, as we mentioned, In Range. And a big thank you and a shout out to Hickory Lane Farms for being one of our prime sponsors this year on the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association broadcast. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors who are with us all year long, but tonight a special thank you to Hickory Lane Farm, as we're right here in their backyard in Findlay, Ohio.
It's a hometown boy right here.
Yes.
With that, it's again. The fairs they got the fair going on now, but to put the harness racing on in the middle of it all, it's a tough job. You got crowds of people all over the place, and you got your horses, you got your warm-ups, people. The train that was going by, you got a train that goes away. It blows its whistle, and the 5 or 6 horses, their eyes roll. But that's the charm and the fun of the county fair.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to get at a county fair. Rides scare horses, but this ride back here scares us once in a while. It's right behind us. It makes a lot of noise.
So every time I go to say something, things whirling around and making a roar. So,
Matt Clark, about 3 years ago, you and I were here, and it was so hot. Sweat was rolling off of us. We got jeans on tonight. We each have a jacket on. It is sure, I think maybe a low of 46 again tonight.
Yeah, I think so. I don't believe that I've ever been cold at the Findlay County
Fair.
I don't think so. We might get there tonight.
We used to do it. We did a couple programs in the afternoon also.
Yeah.
Here. And you were cold last night at Van Wert.
Oh, Van Wert. I'm telling you, it was dark and windy and spitting rain when I first got there. It dropped from like 72 to 64, somewhere in between Balding and Van Wert. And I mean, that wind just kept up all night.
And that got through late too. That was about 10 o'clock when you got done up there.
Well, I think it was later than that. Somebody told me 10:35.
Oh,
they started at 6:30.
6:30, yeah.
We're rolling right along tonight here. We're beginning our 8th race.
But you guys talking about how cool it is. I'm putting my sweater on. It is a...
The sun is going to be out of our eyes in just a few minutes when it sets behind those trees over there behind the barns.
This is the 8th, and this is, see if Russell Schwartz can get win number 2,000.
He very well could.
He looks it.
Yes.
Hancock Racing Association, freshman filly trotters, sponsored by Sunlight Windows LLC. Trotter 1 elements of $4,976 a field of 6. A driver change on the 2. Can she can. Make the driver Hank Levan. The 1 is off the rails by Deborah Schwartz and New Carlisle, Howe and Thomas. Michael Adams, Dr. Adams of Findlay, Ohio, driven Deborah Schwartz with the Russ Schwartz son. The 2 is Can She Can. By Junior Stable, Emma P. of Orient, Ohio, driven Mark Winners with Hank Levan. The 3 is Neighbor Lady by Gorby of Stable, Ohio. Our 3 Sun Stables, LLC of Atlanta, Georgia. Nicesonger Stable, LLC of Lebanon, Ohio, trained and driven by Jeff Nicesonger. The 4 is Ariana Rain by Scott Brooks of Greenville, Ohio, and Ty Van Roten of Washington Courthouse, Ohio, trained by Ty Van Roten. Ty Van Roten is up. The 5 is So Radiant by April Lynn Roach of Eaton, Ohio. April trains, Roy Wilson drives. And the 6 is No Completely Dead by Ryan Stahl, Republic, Ohio, and Stephen Reese of Republic, Ohio, and Matt Paul Hammer of Republic, Ohio. Taken driven by Ryan Stahl, Tanner Selke. That's the field of 8. For the 8th race, the field of 6, 5 on gate.
8th race, the 1 off the rails, Russell Schwartz. If he gets a win here, Tom Pye to be number 2,000 behind this 2-year-old brown filly by Enterprise. Homebred has 6 starts, has a win, a second, 2/3, 11,000. Been racing in the Buckeye Series. Trotted a mile as a winner at Urbana, 2:05. The 1 off the rails, Russell Schwartz.
Number 2 is Can She Can. It's driven by Hank Levan. Mark Winners is the trainer. 2-year-old filly by Marseille out of DW's Jasmine by Dilbert Hanover. JR Stable, LLP of Orion, Ohio is the owner and the breeder. This is 9 starts, 4 wins, 1. This is a tough field. I'm just looking over this tough field. It's going to be tough for Mr. Schwartz. He's going to earn this one.
Yeah.
But 9 starts, 4 wins, 1 second. Mark of qualified a Scioto of 59 and 4, 16,000 on the card. Can she can? We don't know. Number 3 is
Neighbor Lady. Jeff Nicesonger trains and drives. This is a $41,000 Buckeye Classic purchase. The 2-year-old bay filly by In Range out of the Cantab Hall mare. Lady Bella, Kathy Gorby, our 3 Sun Stable, Atlanta, Georgia. Nicesonger Stable owns. Batting 50%, 5 wins in 10 starts, 21,000 this year. Took a mark at Lebanon in the Warren County Fair, 202 and 3. The 3, Neighbor Lady.
Number 4 is Ariana Range. This is Ty Van Roten, trainer for owner Scott Rooks, and Ty is part owner of Ty Van Roten too, Washington Courthouse. This is a 2-year-old filly by In Range. We just mentioned that out of Ariana Hall by Angus Hall. It is 1 win in 8 starts. Market Zania of 12 and 2. Number 4 in Ariana Range. Number 5 is
So Radiant. Roy Wilson for April Roach. Brown filly by Marseille.
Number 6 is Ryan Stahl's No Approval Needed. And here they are for the 8th race.
Here now, Finn trotting, firing away from the inside, off the rails. Neighbor Lady to the inside, now comes away racing into from the second tier. Slick drive by Ryan Stahl with no approval needed, comes away racing in third. Fourth there, Can She Can. On and fifth by Ariana Range, and sixth and trailing the field. So Radiant and Roy Wilson can see them all as they move down the backside, nearing the opening quarter. Off the rails, Russell Swartz with the lead here. Lady get by a length and a half. And to the inside, Neighbor Lady is racing into gap of a length, racing in third, and that's no approval needed. Opening quarter, 32 and 1/5. Into that turn for the first time, and off the rails continues to lead the way here by a length and a half. And to the inside, Neighbor Lady is racing into a gap of a length and a half. Racing third, no approval needed. Kept down 2 lengths there, racing in fourth. Can She Can. Another gap of 4, racing in 5. Ariana Range is 6th and trailing the field. So Radiant rolling into the pale path. Top off the rails with the lead by the half and 103 and 3/5. And to the inside, Neighbor Lady racing in second. Along the pylons, no approval needed. Racing in third, a gap of 3, racing fourth. Can She Can. Next in line, racing in 5. Ariana Range in 6th and trailing the field. So Radiant midway down the backside. Off the rail. Leads the way here by a length and a half under a tackle from Russell Swartz as they roll by the 3/4 mile mark of the race. No approval needed. 1 3/4 and 1:34 flat. Those on the final turn and head for home. Off the rails with the lead. No approval needed. Sticks ahead in front. Less than a 16 to go. They're on their way home in Findlay, Ohio, to the outside. No approval needed. Off the rails. Trying to power back to the inside. Off the rails. No approval needed to the outside. No approval needed in front. Off the rails to go second, Neighbor Lady. Third, fourth is Can She Can. Fifth is So Radiant, and sixth and last, Ariana Range. Time of the mile, 2:04 flat. No approval needed.
59 and 2 back half. No approval needed. Got away third. Ryan Stahl pulled that filly out right midway down the backside and just ground down the leader off the rails. Russell Swartz, if he'd have got that win, that would have been number 2,000. He was second with Off the Rails. 32 and 1 for the quarter, half and 103 and 3. 3/4 trotted 134. No approval needed. The winner, Ryan Stahl, trains and drives his 2-year-old bay filly by Uncle Peter. 9 starts now, has 5 wins and 4 thirds.
Good mile, but Ryan Stahl was the...
It looked as though just 75 yards from the wire at Off the Rails, and Russell Swartz battled back, maybe poked a half a head in front, but just couldn't out-trot No Approval needled in that final quarter.
Ryan Stahl was a spoiler. The spoiler there. The folks over there said, I wish it would have won within 2,000. Well, that's horse racing. It was a good race. That is a nice filly that by Uncle Peter, No Approval needed. Ryan Stahl, 5 wins out of 9 starts, 4 seconds. From the get-go this year, this was a nice colt. Nice filly.
By Ryan Stahl, Republic Ohio, Stephen Reese, Republic Ohio, and Matt Ball. Members of Republic Ohio. Republic Ohio gang, all of the winner's circle. Nicely trained and driven to victory by Ryan Stahl. 9 starts, 5 wins, 4 seconds. And this is a young career. The 2-year-old daughter of Uncle Peter. No approval needed. Full winner at 2:04 flat for the 5th win of her career. No approval needed in Ryan Stahl.
It was just up Attica.
We await our rundown here. I don't believe we got the rundown. Wait that from Jason Settlemore. I don't believe we got the rundown, did we? And then we'll go for a commercial.
And incidentally, Ryan Stahl stepped on Russell Schwartz's 2,000th win, but Ryan Stahl has over, I believe, 5,700 wins lifetime.
Oh, I'm sure he does. Yeah. Probably only 45 years old, I believe. Gets a lot of those wins at Northfield Park.
I have to look at that, but he's from the great town of Republic, Ohio, just east of Attica. Good mile, though. Exciting, right to the finish.
I'm going to go ahead and give those results the way I have them so we can get a commercial break in here and get on to the 9th. Off the rails, the 1 was 2nd, the 2, Can She Can was 4th, 3, Neighbor Lady 3, the 4, Ariana Range 56, 5, So Radiant was 5th, and 6, No Approval Needed was the winner, 32 and a 5th, 103 and 3, 134. The winning time for No Approval Needed, 2:04. 9th race up next, Tom Pye. 2-year-old filly Pacers, $5,207. Ronnie Gillespie to drive the 2, Legendary Notice. We'll be back to take a look at the 9th right after this.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres' experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
Have you heard about Bob? It's the Buckeye Owner Bonus, the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association's new incentive program. The program is for people who purchase yearlings or retain their homebreds out of mares registered and eligible for the OHHA's Breeders' Award program at the upcoming 2025 sales. The total bonus will be 1/2 the amount designated for that year's Breeders' Award program. For more information about the Buckeye Owner Bonus, visit OHHA.com or call 614-221-3650.
We are back at Findlay, Ohio. The sun is setting. Ohio Colt Racing Association action. Doug Ballinger, Tom Pye, Matt Clark. 9th race up next. Tom, 2-year-old filly trotters. The 1 is Katie's On Fire. Andre Nard will drive for Todd Luther. Greg Luther Racing Stable, Black Lick, Ohio. Andre Nard looking for his 2nd driving win. Todd Luther will be looking for his 2nd training win on the card. Katie's On Fire, a $16,000 purchase. It is a 2-year-old bay filly by Catch the Fire out of the Real Artist mare. Real Lucky Katie has 10 starts, 4 wins, a 2nd and 3/3. $15,879. 2 back at Salina, 158 and 4, took her mark on the 10th of August. The 1, Katie's On Fire, and Audrey Nard.
And number 2 is Legendary Notice, trained by Mark Winters for Tom Minsky of Dayton, Ohio. It's a 2-year-old filly by Bit of a Legend and out of Astrios Notice by Astrios. I remember when he was racing back in 1990 in Astrios. That was Bill Wellwood, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. And 9 starts, 1 win, 2 seconds, 5/3. Got thirditis, as it is. But at Chillicothe, 2, 5, and 1. Driven by
Ronnie Gillespie.
Ronnie Gillespie.
Ronnie looking for his 2nd driving win of the evening.
Number 3 is?
The 3 is Wine After Whiskey. Ryan Stahl trains and drives. Owns a partnership with Nicole Stahl. This is a homebred by Ryan and Nicole Stahl. 2-year-old bay fellow by Rockin' Amadeus out of the Ponderosa mare. Lucille Amarone 3 wins and 6 starts, has 2/3, $12,579. Winner at Bucyrus in 2:01. Last time out, finished 4th, beaten 16 lengths at Wellington.
Made a break, too, uncharacteristic. But number 4 is Delta Lady. She's a 2-year-old filly by Catch the Fire. And here's the post parade. Jason Settlemore.
The 9th brings the Ohio Colt Racing Association. First Pacing Billy, sponsored by Hickory Lane Horsemen. Driver King of the 2, legendary notice make the driver Ronnie Gillespie. At the post for the 1, Katie's on fire. Red King the Racing LLC, Black Nickel Bell, Rick McCall, Andre Narrett, the driver. The 2 is Thomas Rafferty of Dayton, Ohio's legendary notice, driven mark winners with Ronnie Gillespie. Ryan Stahl drives the 3, Wine After Whiskey. By Ryan and Nicole Stahl of Republic, Ohio, written by Ryan Stahl. The 4 is Delta Lady by Kathy Morby of Hooks of Ohio, Mary Lynn, winner by Ponte Beza. Nice Offer Stable LLC of Southern Ohio, driven by Jeff Nice Offer. On the outside, the 5 Lovers Waltz by Amy Holdings, Babel, Ohio, driven by Robert Brooks. Pierce Henry is Inner Selkie.
Getting back to Delta Lady, number 4, Jeff Nicesonger is in the sulky. Trains for Kathy Gorby and Mary Lynn Irvine. And the Nicesonger Sables of Lebanon, Ohio. This is a nice filly by Catch the Fire out of Sugar on the Beach by Roll with Joel. 11 starts, 7 wins out of 11 starts, 2 seconds. A mark of 2 minutes and 4/5 at Lebanon. And $33,169 made. She was at Ohio Select Yearling for $20,000, so they have got her money back. She made a break uncharacteristic last week, but that was at Lima. And number 4, Delta Lady, Jeff Nicesonger in the sulky. Number 5 is
Lovers Waltz, Pierce Henry for Robert Brooks. Oba Ivy Holdings, Joe Bay filly by Racine Hill out of the Yankee Cruiser mare. Sweetheart Dance, a $75,000 Ohio Select purchase, has 11 starts, been to the winner's circle once, has 5 seconds, 2/3, $12,870. That win came at Marion over that sloppy track back in late June of 2011. A 3-back finished second at Attica, paced a mile in 5 and 4. Number 5, Lovers Waltz, the most expensive filly in the field, sold at the Ohio Select last fall for $75,000. Field of 5. Completing their score, they'll be going to the gate. Our official starter, Mike Wepkenberg. Wife Becky driving the gate. He awaits field of 5, 2-year-old filly pacers. We're on the 9th. We're rolling right along. Jason's got them, getting them out of the barn pretty quick. The sun is just about behind those trees across the way.
Yes, just setting.
Can you get a shot of that sun, Matt, over there? Right in the first turn, that sun is just... I'm sure when they finish this race, the sun will be down. Actually, we could use a little sun right now. It's chilly.
They do have lights here. They got the lights on.
Brand.
Yeah, I was thinking with the select sales, my very first sale that I ever went to was the 1973 in Libertyville Park in Pennsylvania. And, of course, I was a groom for probably about a year by that time. And caretaker, I should say. But the horse was Romilly Hanover that come up, and she would have to go and become a world champion. But this is what she was a yearling. They went through and she went high big money, like $120,000. But I stood there in the back of the sale. Of course, there's like 1,000. What, there they come. But I wouldn't even raise a finger. I wouldn't even scratch my nose. Here they are.
And pacing, Katie's on fire from the inside, middle of the track, Delta Lady from the inside, legendary notice, away racing in fourth, wine after whiskey, and fifth the trim in the field, Lovers Waltz, and Pierce Henry can see them all in the early stages, off the turn and driving down the backside. Up on top of the field, Katie's on fire, and Andre Narrative leading the way by a length and a half. Legendary notice to the inside of Guardian's Pod racing into Delta Lady, pacing along nicely in third, followed along there in fourth by Wine After Whiskey, fifth and trim in the field, Lovers Waltz. Opening quarter in 32 seconds flat. Katie's on fire. The 2-year-old daughter catches the fire out of the real lady. Katie, she be a real artist, leading the way by like the 3 part. And to the inside, legendary notice is there, racing in second, a gap of 2. Racing in third, Delta Lady. Passing the stand for the first time, heading on over to the half. Off to the inside, Wine After Whiskey, racing in fourth, and fifth and trim, and Lovers Waltz. Rolling into the payoff half. Positions remain unchanged. Up top, Katie's on fire, dictating the fractions here by the half and 103 flat. On the inside, and legendary notice racing in second. First to cross, filling with a rock. Delta Lady on the move to the outside. Was third, now second. Down the backside of the go, nearing the 3/4 mile mark of the race. Katie's on fire. Right alongside. Delta Lady ready to be swung 3 high on the outside. Wine After Whiskey. Buried in the pylons, racing in for the legendary notice and fifth and trim, Lovers Waltz. About 3 lengths, covers them all by 3/4 and 134 and 2 fast. Makes the final turn and head for home. Katie's on fire. Battle back on the inside. Delta Lady on the outside. Wine After Whiskey. Less than a 16th to go. They're on their way home in Findlay, Ohio. From the inside, Katie's on fire. Delta Lady on the outside. Into the wire. Katie's on fire. Gate to wire. Delta Lady to go second, legendary notice third, Wine After Whiskey fourth, and fifth and last, Lovers Waltz. Katie's on fire. Time of the mile, 2:04 flat.
That's quarter.
29 and 3.
29 and 3.
Andre Nard gets his second on the card. He doubles up as the same as trainer Todd Luther. They team up for 2 wins tonight, and Greg Luther's stable gets another win. 2-year-old Bay Phillip a catch the fire out of the Real Artist mare. Real Lady Katie, her 5th in 11 tries. 2:04, 32, 103, 134, and 2. It was a gate-to-wire win for Katie's on fire. Delta Lady, Jeff Nysunger, set third most of the mile. Midway down the backside, he came out with Delta Lady and pretty much right away was stride for stride with Katie's on fire. But Katie's on fire would not give in and won it by 3/4 of a length.
That's happened 101. That was, they were 1-2-4 at the half and finished 1-4-2. Unofficial, of course. Now this is, well, the sun is just about set. Got another maybe 10 minutes. Beautiful time of night.
Yes, it is.
Beautiful time.
I think the current temperature, I looked a few minutes
Racing
ago,
Association 2-year-old filly race.
67 degrees.
$207 from the rail. Katie's on fire. A gate-to-wire victory, posting the 5th win of her career. Home winner at 2:04 flat here. 2-year-old Bay Philly by Catch the Fire. Out of a Real Lady Katie, she by Real Artist, owned by Greg Luther Racing LLC of Black Lake, Ohio, driven by Todd Luther. Nicely handled here this evening by winning driver Andre Nared. That's 2 wins for Todd Luther, giving him a conditioning double, and 2 wins for Andre Nared, giving him a driving double as he steers the one. Katie's on fire, home winner in 2:04 flat. Here's the rundown for the 9th race. The 1, Katie's on fire, the winner. For the 2, Legendary Notice, 3. The 3, Wine After Whiskey, 4. The 4, Delta Lady, 2. And the 5, Lovers Waltz, 5. Recheck the rundown, top to bottom. It should read 1, 3, 4, 2, 5 on the bottom. Opening second, the half at 103. 3/4 and 134 and 2. Down to the mile, 2:04. 5. Katie's on fire.
Race number 9's history here at Findlay coming up to the race number 10. The 3-year-old filly trot. There are 5 young lasses in here. We shall return after a few fine messages.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at ohha.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
Cool Winds Farm is one of Ohio's premier standardbred breeding farms. Cool Wind stands the popular Dancin' Yankee, Jug winner Southwind Aussie, and the royally bred Western Fame. Cool Winds Farm is proud to present our yearling consignments at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 12th, and at the Standardbred Horse Sale in Harrisburg during the cool winds of November.
We are back at Findlay, the Hancock County Fair. We're joined by Brad Wallace, the farm manager at Hickory Lane Farm. Brad, before we begin, a big thank you for being one of our prime sponsors this year.
No, that's good. We want to support the fairs, and especially Findlay here, our hometown.
We're going to have a post parade here shortly,
Okay.
but in range, he's hot.
He's hot. He's carrying the mail for us.
He is.
Yeah. That last race there, I wasn't sure. I've got an in-range brother to that no approval.
Okay.
That just won that last race, and so I was the one that Russell was driving. We raised that one.
Okay. Russell just couldn't quite get there for 2,000.
Yeah, and then there was the in-range, so I had 3 of them there. I was hoping.
Yes. Let's get to post parade with Jason Settlemore here quick.
And ranks the Ohio Colt Racing Association sophomore filly trotters. Sponsored by Affordable Ways. To try to 1 mile purse of $4,561. The one is just a classic. Go by E.G. Trot LLC of Findlay, Ohio, and Dr. Thomas and Michael Adams of Findlay, Ohio, trained by Ed Greeno Jr. Ed Greeno Jr., the driver. The 2 is Pucky Pammy T by Swartz, Bean, Fagan, and Racehorse Express. They're all of the Buckeye State, trained by Brett Swartz with Hank Levan. Jeff Nysonger drives the 3 Whispering Breeze for Pamela Young of South Bloomfield, Ohio. Pamela Young also trained. The 4 is Mouse on the Hill by Hunter Daly, Levingsburg, Kentucky, trained by April Roach, Roy Wilson. The 5, Money Shot, trained and driven by Rory Moore, Grafton, Ohio. That's the field for the 10th race.
Sales are coming up, Brad. I know the Ohio Select, you'll have several there by In Range. Also, we're going to talk a lot about In Range, but we don't want to forget your other stallions. Watt the Hill, Uncle Peter, he's been around a long time. Guardian Angel Oz, Racing Hill, the old standby.
Yeah.
There's always somebody new that comes along that's, and of course In Range and branded by Lindy. In Range, a winner just under 800,000. How'd you guys ever get a hold of In Range?
Look, Kevin Greenfield,
okay.
he acquired the horse. He went and looked at 2 or 3 different studs. He was really kind of fell in love with his looks, and then with Long Tom's had success here, and he's a brother. He's a
half brother.
He's a half brother, so he And the price was right, so we it's a bar hopping, you know.
Yes,
everything.
and Big Ranger Ronnie Gillespie. I was working that night for the Ohio Harness Horsemen Association broadcast. The Next Generation that night. It was unreal. Was it 54?
Yeah.
A new track record for the trotters, and just unreal that Next Generation that night.
Pretty
and he has not been beat this year.
Pretty exciting.
Lightly raced.
Pretty exciting. Yeah. Ronnie's managed him well. Yeah, he has. So he's doing very well on the filly side. He's got some really top-notch fillies.
In range.
Yeah.
So
Set your sights.
You like the fillies better than the colts yourself?
Yeah, he's got a bunch of really nice fillies. Yeah.
And what's the nice filly this year right here in
Set
Ohio?
Your Sights High.
Set Your Sights High, yes.
She's trained by Marcus Melander, which he was the trainer of In Range.
Yes.
And she's got a record of 53-1, I think, and she's quite a filly.
So how many will you sell at the Ohio Select and also the Buckeye Classic, or just Ohio Select?
Just the Ohio Select.
Okay.
Yeah. Total yearlings.
Yeah.
We got 15 there.
15 there.
Yeah, we got I think 6 In Ranges, 5 Uncle Peters, Guardian Angels, and we got 1 What the Hill.
Well, I thank you for stopping by. I'll let you
Sure.
get back to the winner's circle. Thanks so much for everything you do for the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, and especially the broadcast team to make it possible for these fans to watch.
Sure.
Thank you so much, Brad.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow night.
Okay, take care.
But
Let's go
moving
to
in. The Mike Leptenberg starting gate, top of the stretch, and here they come. And trotting, middle of the track, Whispering Breeze, firing right for the lead, off stride with the 5 money shot, as they race around the first turn and over the opening quarter, Whispering Breeze, high stepped it out of there for control, and to the inside, Just a Classic, drops in second, third along the pylons, mounts on the hill, one there on the inside, they drop down the backside, Truckee, Pammy T, and fifth and trailing, money shot, can see them all. As they move over to the opening quarter-mile mark of the race, Whispering Breeze dictating the fractions, leading it by a length and a half by that opening quarter. Just a Classic is in there, trotting in second, opening quarter, 32 and 1/5. On the inside, racing in third, Mouse on the Hill. Up there to the pylon, Bucky, Pammy T, and Money Shot can still see them all as they pass the fans of the stand for the first time and heading on over the half. Whispering Breeze, the 3-year-old daughter of Long Tom, makes it here by a length and a half. On the inside, Just a Classic drops in second, move to the outside now in third, Lucky Pammy T. Pylons in fourth, Mouse on the Hill, fifth and trailing the field, mushing that cover. Money Shot underway, halfway home, 104 and 2/5. Into the payoff, leading them up top, Whispering Breeze, leading it here by a length and a quarter. Into the inside, racing in second, Just a Classic, nose the helmet, racing in 2. First over on the rim, racing in third, they march down the backside, Lucky Pammy T. Second over the outside, trotting in, pulling Money Shot, fifth and trailing the field. That's Mouse on the Hill, they race by the 3/4-mile mark of the race, and Whispering Breeze starting to get away from them up top, 3/4 in 136 and 1/5. Whispering Breeze with the lead by a widening 3.5, 4 lengths, less than a 16th to go. They're on their way home in Findlay, Ohio, and Whispering Breeze with the lead here. Money Shot to the outside, but Whispering Breeze is going to take this field 8 to wire. Big recovery from the early miscue by Money Shot is second. Third, the 1 Just a Classic. Looked like the 4 Mouse on the Hill, followed by Plucky Pammy T. At the time of the mile, 2:05 and 2/5. Whispering Breeze.
Whispering Breeze, Tom Pye, gate to wire for Jeff Nicehonger and Pammy Young.
With the last quarter of 29 and 1, just jiggy jogging.
Fourth of the season and 12 tries for the 3-year-old bay filly by Long Tom. Ohio Select purchase of $27,000. Jeff Nicehonger gets his second winning drive of the evening.
And it looked like it was 3-5-1 just for fun. Whispering Breeze, Money Shot, and Just a Classic. unofficial, of course. Come the last half and a 101 flat with the last quarter, 29-1. I can do those easy fractions when they're like 205 and 136.
Money Shot, like you said, and Rory Moore were flying on the end. Money Shot was last most of the mile in his 5-horse field, but came home coming after Whispering Breeze. But Whispering Breeze gets win number 4 on the season. Had 3 wins last year, 7 career wins now. Lifetime will go to about $34,000 on the year. The Whispering Breeze.
Circle winner of the 10th race, time at 2:05 and 2/5. The 3 Whispering Breeze. Real daughter of Long Tom out of a Keystone. Wilhelmina, she by Cantab Hall. By Pamela Young of South Bloomfield, Ohio, who also trains nicely handled here this evening by winning driver Jeff Nysonger. That's 2 wins on this evening's card for Nysonger, giving him a driving double. He steers the 3 Whispering Breeze, home winner in 2:05 and 2/5, posting the 4th win of this one's 2020-25 campaign and 7th win of this one's career. The 3 Whispering Breeze, Pamela Young, Jeff Nysonger, home winner in the 10th. Sponsored by Affordable Waste. Here's the rundown for the 10th race. The 1, Just a Classic. 3, the 2, Lucky Pammy T. 5, the 3, Whispering Breeze, the winner, 2:05 and 2. The 4, Mouse on the Hill. 4, the 5, Money Shot. 2, recheck top to bottom. 3-1 or 3-5-1. 4, 2 on the bottom. Opening quarter 32 and 1. Half and 104 and 2. 3/4 and 136 and 1. Time of the mile 2:05. 2/5. The 3 Whispering Breeze. Jeff Nysonger, home winner. The upcoming 11th race.
That Money Shot must have come last quarter and 28 apiece.
Oh, was trotting up a storm.
Easy,
coming home, yes.
Keep an eye on Money Shot. That might be our Money Shot. Next start.
The 11th race up next, Tom. 3-year-old Philly Pacers. $7,119. Field is 6. Hank Levan would drive the 5. Better Be My Way. Hank Levan, the 5. Better Be My Way. We'll be back to take a look at the 11th. A field of 6. 3-year-old Philly Pacers right after this.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
Warren Racing has been racing and breeding winners for over 5 decades, specializing in the development of young horses racing in Ohio. We are currently looking for new partnership opportunities as the fall sales approach. Our facilities feature a half-mile all-weather track, a sand track, beautiful turnouts, and everything that is needed to set your next quarter filly up for success. Want to own your next resource and have fun doing it? If so, contact us today and join in on the thrill of Ohio harness racing.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio-sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
Hey kids, we invite you to join the Backstretch Buddies Club, a fun and free club for kids 12 and under who love horses and wants to be a part of harness racing in Ohio. Once you've signed up, you will be able to join Willie Winnett in exciting adventures and receive awesome surprises. Sign up today using the QR code.
We are back here at Findlay, Ohio, and the Hancock County Fair, race number 11. What's that fancy word that they use, Doug Ballinger? Penultimate? Yeah, I can't even say it.
That's Roger Houston's. I
can't do it. We're second to the last, it is. The good old English. But this is the 11th. This is a 3-year-old filly pace. And we have 6 young ladies in it. Looks good. These are, there's only one that's, 2. Sweetens Cove is still looking for her initial win this year. 16 starts. She had won 7 last year. But again, there's a transition from a 2 to 3. There's never a guarantee. You can have a champion 2-year-old and 3-year-old, they just don't go. And vice versa. You can have something that doesn't show anything as a 2-year-old, but come 3, something clicks, and away we go. So number 1, speaking of away we go, number 1 is My Girl Lizzie. This is a Brian Jones, owned by Mandy M. Jones of Greenville, Ohio. And Jeff Nysonger is in the sulky. 3-year-old filly by Well Said out of Radar Trap by Mach 3. 13 starts this year, 3 wins, 3 seconds, 4 thirds. That's 10, 1, 2, 3 on the board. $16,653, mark of 154 and 3 at Scioto. Last week she shows seconds and thirds and a win down in Washington Courthouse. But last week she paced in Greenville, their home track. She went 58 and 2 with last quarter 29 and 3. Keep an eye on My Girl Lizzie. And number 2 is
Dancing in My Sleep. Jason Beatty drives for Scott Ferguson. This is a homebred. Marjorie Paul Hamus has bred and owns this 3-year-old filly, a Dancing Yankee, out of the Jate Lobel mare, Sidewalk Sleeper. 2 wins and 12 starts, has a second to go along. $11,282, $158 last week at Greenville. On the 16th of August, the 2, Dancing in My Sleep.
Number 3 is Sweetens Cove. This is a Robert Brooks trainee. 3-year-old filly by the Panda Rosa out of Narra Court by Red River Hanover. We have 16 starts, no wins, 4 seconds, 1 third. She's waiting. And Sweetens Cove is driven by Pierce Henry. She shows 2 minutes, 2-1, 2 fours. She's due. She's got 33 lifetime starts and $40,000 on a card. And a homebred. Number 4 is
Spinal Cracker, Ronnie Gillespie for Dalton Walls. Adam Friedland owns a Brooklyn, New York 3-year-old bay filly by Rockin' Amadeus out of the Pet Rock mare, Rock Kina. 2 wins and 17 starts, has 6 seconds. $23,000 this year, $53,000 lifetime. Took a mark last year as a 2-year-old, 55 and 2 at Sauter Downs. This year was a winner at Wilmington of 156 and 2.
Number 5 is Better Be My Way. This is a Mark Clark trainee. It's a 4-year-old filly by Mr. Apples out of Twin Be My Way by Art Major. Owned by Mark Clark, trained by Mark Clark, bred by Mark Clark, driven by Hank Levan. 17 starts this year, 2 wins, 3 thirds, 16,000, mark of Scioto of 153 and 2. And she is a nice filly. Better Be My Way. Number 6 is
Rubicat, Michael Richardson Jr. Trains, drives, and owns this 3-year-old bay filly by Well Said. $10,000 purchase. 6 starts is yet to hit the board. The 6 are Rubicat. Let's go to Jason Settlemore to give us the post parade of the 11th.
Sponsored by Montrecord Construction LLC. Field of 6, 5 on gate. The 6 are Rubicat in the second tier. The 5 Better Be My Way. The driver's Hank Levan. The 1 is My Girl Lizzie. By Mandy Jones at Greenville, Ohio. Trainer Brian Jones with Jeff Nysonger. Dancing in My Sleep by Marjorie Paul Hamus of Ludlow Falls, Ohio. Trainer Scott Ferguson. The 3 is Sweetens Cove by Curtis Shute of Attica, Ohio, and Rebecca Lynn Nichols of Attica, Ohio. Trainer Robert Brooks, Pierce Henry at Barnes. The 4 is Spinal Cracker by Adam Friedland of Brooklyn, New York. Trainer Dalton Walls, Ronnie Gillespie. The 5 Better Be My Way by Martin Clark, Springfield, Ohio, who also trains Hank Levan, the driver. And for the second tier, the 6 are Rubicat by Michael Richardson Jr., Springfield, Ohio, who also trains and drives. The 6 are Rubicat. 3-year-old Billy Pace.
I'm going to have nightmares of this ride or in my sleep tonight. I mean, it's all I can hear.
Now, tomorrow night, you think maybe if we go down that way, or is there power right here?
I don't. Yeah, the kind of stuck where the power is. That ride has not been here in past years, I'm sure of it.
I don't think so. Though I wasn't here last year.
There's no way. I would have.
They didn't have this. Well, I wasn't here last year, was I?
I don't know.
I would absolutely have remembered that because, I mean, it is maddening.
But that's the first time I've seen that ride. And that's a noisy son of a gun. But
you know, the chill in the air, I can remember, back in the late 70s or 80s, I was working at Upper Sandusky calling races. And that's when the portable heaters came out, those kerosene heaters.
Yeah.
They were just out then, and somebody brought one up to the judges' stand. And, I mean, it was cold there. And that's what happens at Lancaster, they tell me.
Oh, yeah.
This will be my 4th year, I think, at Lancaster. They say there's times you have gloves on working in the judges' stand there. And it might be that type of year.
It can be. I saw frost on the grass yesterday morning.
Really?
Yeah. I said frost. It was too.
It wasn't snow. It was frost.
Frost. Little frost. Of course, I might have been imagining that because I was cold. But I went up. It was in October. I went up to Mohawk Raceway from New Jersey, and it was 28 degrees up there.
Oh, yeah, it's possible there.
Oh, easy. And that was cold because you go from summertime right into. Here they are for the 11th.
Here they come. Pacing from the outside, my way from the inside. My girl Lizzie, way in third, dancing in my sleep. Along the outside, racing for Sweetens Cove, and off stride went dancing in my sleep into that turn. As they move off the turn into the back stretch, my girl Lizzie comes away with the lead. Better be my way. Yielded for the garden spot, racing into Sweetens Cove is racing third. Fourth, that Spinal Cracker all revved up there. Fifth on the inside, and that's a Rubik Cat. Sixth and trailing the field after the early miscue, dancing in my sleep. Winning quarter and 30 and 1/5. Around the turn they go as they pass the stand for the first time and head on over to the half. And my girl Lizzie with the lead here, leading it by a length and a half. And to the inside, racing in second. Better be my way. Pylons racing in third. Sweetens Cove over to the outside, racing in fourth as they pass for the first time, heading on over to the halfway mile mark of the race. That's the four Spinal Cracker, fifth and trailing the field. Fifth there on the inside by the half and 101 and 1/5. Into the payoff half to go and up top. My girl Lizzie continues to front the field here. To the outside, Spinal Cracker right there at the leader's wheel disc, racing in second. Down the backside they go. From the inside, Better Be My Way is watching over the dueling leaders from third. Fourth is Sweetens Cove under a crack of the whip there from Pierce Henry. Fifth to the pylons, a Rubik Cat ways back. Sixth and trailing, stands it in my sleep. 3/4 and 131 and 2/5. Around the final turn they go. From the inside, my girl Lizzie with the lead. Spinal Cracker right alongside, racing in second with less than a 16th to go. They're on their way home here at the Buckeye State. From the inside, my girl Lizzie with the lead to the outside. Spinal Cracker, my girl Lizzie up the inside. Better Be My Way. The wire. Spinal Cracker. Top of the mile, 2 minutes, 2/5.
Fastest mile of the meet so far, 2 minutes, 2/5. Spinal Cracker came first up at the half. Got away fourth for Ronnie Gillespie, Dalton Walls. 2-year-old Bay Phillip, a Rockin' Amadeus out of the Pet Rock mare. Rock Keena, Adam Friedland of Brooklyn, New York owns. Third win in 18 tries. Lifetime now goes to about $57,000 for Spinal Cracker. Ronnie Gillespie will pick up his second winning drive of the evening here at the Hancock County Fair. Fractions of 30 and a fifth. 101 and 4, 131 and 2. The work was all done up front by my girl Izzy, but coming off the pace was the winner, the 4 Spinal Cracker.
First start for the Dalton Walls stable. Picked that horse up off of Jeff Nysonger.
That looked like the last quarter, 29 seconds flat.
Newberry.
The lights came out in Hancock County.
We are rolling right along. Boy, Jason has got them. They're coming out pretty quick. We started at 6, and we're going to be, I shouldn't say this, I'll probably jinx this. I'm going to knock on the metal here. It's 8:33. We're going to be done here in about 15 minutes. We're going to be done way before 9 o'clock unless something crazy goes wrong here.
Pretty good, that is. That's
it's tough to get 4 an hour. It is tough to get 4 an hour. But it helps with no betting. It is a big factor.
Yep.
The 11th race, Ohio Colt Racing Association 3-year-old filly pace, sponsored by Bontrager Construction LLC. The 4, Spinal Cracker, getting up a deep stretch. A 3-year-old bay filly by Rockin' Amadeus out of a Rockina, she by Pet Rock, owned by Adam Friedman of Brooklyn, New York. Trained by Dalton Walls, nicely handled here this evening by winning driver Ronnie Gillespie. It's the 3rd win in 2025 and the 5th win of her career. Home winner in 2 minutes and 2 fifths. The 4, Spinal Cracker, sponsored by Bontrager Construction LLC.
Adam Friedland of Brooklyn, New York. Seen his name various tracks all over, and I got to look up see how many horses he owns because he owns quite a few. I'm just talking about Brooklyn. I always say Brooklyn. He says
run down for the 11th mile. My Girl Lizzie 2, the 2 Dancing in My Sleep 6, the 3 Sweetens Code 4, the 4 Spinal Cracker, the race winner, the 5 Better Be My Way 3, and the 6 Aruba Cat 5. Recheck, run down, top to bottom, it should read 264, 135 on the bottom. Opening quarter 30 and 1, halfway home 101 and 1, 3 quarters and 131 and 2. Time of the mile, 2 minutes, 2 fifths. The 4 Spinal Cracker, Ronnie Gillespie, Dalton Walls, home winner, 2 minutes, 2 fifths.
12th race is up next. Tom Pye, Signature Series, Hancock County Agricultural Society pace for $3,500. Big Booty Rudy will lead from post 2. He holds the track record here at the Hancock County Fair of 156 and 4, set 4 years ago in 2021. Field is 7. These 7 horses have earned $1,253,913 between the 7. The 7 has 112 career wins in their lifetime.
Oh, brother, can you spare
and
a
I
dime?
added that up in my head.
That's
just like
excellent,
that.
just like that. I mean,
so we'll be back to take a look at this 12th race right after this.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
They're Tom Pye. You can see them down below there playing their quarter bets.
Sure.
Maybe it's $1. Could be $1. They're picking numbers out of the hat there.
She looks like a bookie to me. The dollar bets.
Quarter wouldn't be much in today's world, really.
Oh. But they, one of the fairs at Athens Fair, which is down Southern Valley Colt Circuit, they'd be up there, and in Rock Springs. You'll see them up there. They don't even pay attention to the board. They have their own. They'll have like 10 people. They'll all be put in there. It's great. See your family enjoying themselves. Now, starting out here, the number 1 is Stepping Stone. Of course, we're going to be going. Jason will give you a real complete detail, but these are nice animals, especially when they got $175,000 on the card, like Stepping Stone. He's a 8-year-old by Pet Rock, out of Skinny Dip by Western Ideal. Brian George is the trainer for Sherry Wells of Daytona Beach. Time to switch the glasses again, folks. Alan Williams is the driver. Stepping Stone, 190 starts, 11 wins, 28 seconds, 33 thirds, 175,000 mark, 152 and 3 at Dayton. Has been racing at Dayton, raced at Troy. Just a nice animal. And number 2 is...
I want to mention to Matt Clark, before I go to the 2, Big Booty Rudy, one good thing about this ride, at least I can read my program. It's putting that much light off.
Plenty of light, yeah.
The 2 is Big Booty Rudy, our track record holder here at the Hancock County Fair, a 56-4. Jeff Neisinger drives for Randy Smith. Jeff looking for his 3rd winning drive. The 9-year-old Bay Gotasuna Little Brown Jug winner, Big Bad John, out of the Artiscape mare, Lima Daydream. Jessica and Amelia Smith, Xenia own. 35 career wins, 367,000 lifetime. A mark as a 4-year-old 5 years ago at Dayton of 150 4/5. The 2, Big Booty Rudy.
To also mention on Big Booty Rudy, he's also the track record holder at Bucyrus.
Okay.
This is not, and little Amelia, just a little kid. She's probably about 11 to 12, and she just fiercely loyal to a horse and a good groom. Incidentally, Randy Smith's mother was Linda Nelson, who's from Maine, and she was an excellent horsewoman. And she taught Randy, taught him well. And him and his wife, his daughter, Chrissy, she's the outrider, but they're just, and that all stems from Linda Nelson. Got to give her a good job with the kids and bring up the horses. But number 3 is Silly Rock.
Silly Rock.
Thank you. Bobby Joe Brewer is the trainer. This is a 6-year-old mare by Pet Rock out of Celia, Hanover, by the Panda Rosa. 21 starts this year, 1 win, 1 second, 3 thirds. Lifetime, 93 starts, 7 wins, 14 seconds, 14 thirds, 94,000 on a card marker, 52 and 2 at Scioto for Michelle Herman of Xenia and Matt Kessler of Dickinson's, North Dakota. Jason Beatty Jason Beatty is in the sulky. Number 4 is
Amore Cruiser. Harrison Levan trains and drives. For Mary Burkhold, the 7-year-old Bay Gotasuna of Yankee Cruiser. Out of the Towners Big Guy mare, Trey Kress has 13 career wins, $130,806, 152-1 at Dayton as a 4-year-old.
Number 5 is Weston Reddy, Scott Ferguson trainee for Toop Stable, LLC of New Carlisle, Ohio. The 6-year-old gelding by Weston Vintage. Out of My Marie by $1 Million Cam. 90 lifetime starts, 19 wins, 9 seconds, and 15 thirds. 239,000 Marca Scioto of 151. Just win last week in Greenville by a nose, neck, and 157 2. Colin Newberry is in the sulky.
6, I Want My Money, Kyle Ladd. for Jacob Baird of Mount Blanchard. Jacob Baird trains 4-year-old brown goat, the son of Dancing Yankee. Out of the stand, Forevermare. Forever Ivy has 14 career wins, $70,000. A market side of Downs is a 3-year-old of 154. The 6, I Want My Money, and driver Kyle Ladd.
Number 7 is Standardbred All, an Alicia Hanna's trainee. 5-year-old gelding by Rusty's All In, by Center of Hope, and saved by the Post Parade.
They're on the track in the Parade of the Post. 12th race, the Signature Series Pace. Sponsored by the Hancock County Agricultural Society. Field of 7, 5 on the 6, I Want My Money in the 7, Center of it all in the second tier. The one is Skipping Stone. The one Skipping Stone by Sherry Watson, Daytona Beach, Florida, trained by Brian Jorgens with Alan Williams. Jeff Nysommer drives the 2, Big Booty Rudy, the current track record holder here at the Hancock County Fair, 156-4. Owned by Jessica and Amelia Smith at Xenia, Ohio, trained by Randy Smith. Jeff Nysommer does the driving. Jason Beatty drives the 3, Silly Rock. By Michelle Herman of Xenia, Ohio, and Matthew Kiesler of Dickinson, North Dakota, trained by Bobby Joe Brewer. The 4 is a Born Cruiser by Mary Burkholm, Columbus, Ohio, trained by Harrison Levan. Harrison Levan is on the 5. Western Ready by Duke Stable LLC, New Carlisle, Ohio, trained by Scott Ferguson, Conley Newberry. From the second tier, the 6, I Want My Money. Owned and trained by Jacob Baird of Mount Blanchard, Ohio, Kyle Ladd. In the 7, Center of it all. Enters Racing in New Holland, Ohio, trained by Enters Racing in New Holland, Ohio, trained by Alicia Henners. Gibbon Bacon is in the sulky. That's the field for the 12th and final tonight's Signature Series Pace, sponsored by the Hancock County Agricultural Society.
The center of it all, Dylan Fagan would drive for Alicia Hanners, $175,000 lifetime. Rosecroft Raceway, 151-3 as a 4-year-old. As I mentioned, field of 7, $1,253,913 earnings between them, and 112 wins.
And that's here at little old Hancock County Fair here in Findlay, Ohio. What a great field they got. Signature Series going for person 3,500. You have an old horse. I won't call it an old horse, but you have an old class horse. You want to get him up here. It's like going to the country for him. It's a nice, good atmosphere. Great for horses' mentality. Get them out in the country. You were there when they brought Foiled Again.
Yes, to Salina in Greenville.
And you just, of course, I took your picture.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah? And I tell you, just to see that old horse look around and just, he'd been, how many starts did he have lifetime? It was like 300 and some odd.
Yeah, could be, yeah.
But
richest horse
when you see
ever.
the attitude, just the glint in their eye that they enjoy built that.
This is probably the 15th year, I would say, maybe even 18 for Signature Series. Bob Geist from Salina was one of the guys that started the Signature Series, and there's many more I'm leaving out, but I know he was one of the key guys for the Trotters and Pacers. The finals held at Delaware usually it goes on Jug Day. They move some races around. I don't know if it is going to go yet on Jug Day. Boy, I'll tell you, I talked too quick saying how we were going to be finished by 9 o'clock.
Couldn't get that 7
And now
turns.
we got to recall the 7 wooden turns, center of it all. Boy, why'd I do that? Why?
Murphy's Law, it is always something.
That's like eating peanuts in a horse's stall before he races.
Yeah.
So we'll try it again. It'll be take 2 for the 12th. But this Signature Series has been so well accepted that we have 65 county fairs. I would say it definitely goes at 35 of the fairs.
Oh, yeah. And again, it's great for the horses to be able to get out. And some of these horses knock heads. I mean, it's tough week in, week out. They do need a break. This is a tough race, but it's not. It's not having like 8 horses that look her in the eye. It's but they're a great group of horses, but there's like you might have one standout. But I'm gonna go. If I was a betting man, if they had betting here, and if I could bet, I would go with Big Booty Rudy.
I think you're probably right. Matt, Steve Bates and what was the name of his horse?
Surfing the Canyon.
Surfing. I knew it was Canyon something. He won so many of these last year with Mark St. Louis Jr., and he was saddled with like post 7 or 8 at Delaware in the championship and came off the pace. I think he came off the pace, but he was a winner anyhow and paid big money. Steve Bates was just thrilled with that win that day at Delaware.
I was talking with, emailing Dean Hoffman, the dean of Dane Hoffman. He's editor of What Beats and all that. We're talking about the 1950 Little Brown Jug, and the man who won it, I can't remember his name now, but Deed says I remember him when he won it, and he said he paid telephone numbers like 150. I think remember that from all those years back, but you remember they pay a telephone number, you remember it. Merv. What was his name? Merle? What was his name? Bill Beckley told me his name too, and I can't remember it now. But yeah, here they are for the final race of the evening at Hancock County Fair.
And pacing, firing away. There goes Big Booty Rudy. On the go from the inside, skipping Stone. As they race around the first turn on stride, I want money for the second tier. Up the inside, center of it all to grab their racing in third. Fourth there to the 5 on Silly Rock. 5 on the inside. That's more Cruiser racing in 6th. Western ready at 7th. Tree in the field. I want my money. Can see them all as they speedball by the opening quarter. The opening quarter came and went in 29 and 2 fifths. We got a bottle up top from the inside. Skipping Stone on the outside. Big Booty Rudy finally drops to the Garden Spawn racing in 2 as they pass the stand for the first time. Heading on over to the half on the inside. Snowball racing in 3. Fourth and move to the outside of there as they pass it for the first time. Heading on over to the half. We've got them 3 deep there as they go by the half. Skipping Stone halfway home. 59 and 1 fifth. Into the payoff, half they roll. Top Skipping Stone with the lead. Center ball, middle of the racetrack, racing in second along the inside. Big Booty Rudy racing in third. Down the backside they go. Heading to the 3/4 mile mark of the race. Now set up 3 high on the outside. Silly Rock. Fourth to the pylons of Western ready. Hit on the inside as they move by the 3/4 mile mark of the race. It's up top. Skipping Stone with the lead here by a length and a half. Big Booty Rudy comes to the outside, 3/4 and 130 flat. He'll pace the final turn and head for home. From the inside, Skipping Stone with the lead here. Big Booty Rudy on the outside, racing in second. As he turns for home, less than a 16th to go. They're on their way home. With the lead from the inside, Skipping Stone, Big Booty Rudy as they come for the wire. Skipping Stone in front. Time of the mile, 1:59. 4 fifths.
59 and 4. Skipping Stone won the early battle and won it all. Won the war and won the battle. Skipping Stone and Big Booty Rudy matching strides through that opening quarter, 29 and 2. Nice Hunger backs off for the 2-hole trip. Behind Skipping Stone, it's a gate-to-wire win for Alan Willems and Brian Georges. The 8-year-old bay goat son of Pet Rock out of the Western Ideal mare, Skinny Dip. A $75,000 purchase 6 years ago. Picks up only his 12th career win. $175,000 lifetime going into tonight's race.
In his first win of 2025.
Yes. 29 and 2. 59 and 1, 130, 59 and 4. They were 4 wide here at the half. 4 wide at the half.
Well, just a friendly little race. This is competition, folks.
I believe the 3 Silly Rock was second and maybe Big Booty Rudy third, but it's going to be tight. It's going to be a photo to separate that maybe second, third, and fourth position.
Yeah, I think it was 1-3-2. But we got the photo. We got Ed, the photo guy.
We got an inquiry.
That's what I thought I heard coming across the radio. Probably going into the turn past the half. It was pretty close in there. They were 4 wide. I know Hank Levan was 4 wide. Or not, I mean Harrison it would be with Amar Cruiser. Big Booty Rudy was down along the rail at that time behind Skipping Stone. I do know the 6, I Want My Money, made a break leaving the gate.
The 12th race, the objection, Mr. Levan. But moving to the winner's circle, winner of the Signature Series base. Hickory Lane Horse Farm, winner's circle, 1 Skipping Stone. Adriel Bay Gelding by Pet Rock and the Skinny Dipsy by Western Ideal. By Sherry Watts at Daytona Beach, Florida, trained by Brian Georges. Nicely handled here this evening by Alan Willows. First win in 2025 for this one. Home winner, 159 and 4 bends. Skipping Stone.
You remember Wiggle It, Jiggle It in the
Yes.
winner's circle?
Yeah.
He had to be lunging. Big Mike took care of him. I just, you're earning your pay with that one. Well, we had a recall on this race.
I know I shouldn't have said a thing. A recall, now we got an inquiry. They're going to have to sort this out. It's not going to affect the winner for sure. No, we introduced the winner.
It's one good
I'm not
thing.
going to speculate. I don't want to speculate what it might be.
It's not cold. It's not raining.
It's not cold. What do you mean?
I mean, it's not freezing cold. No, but it's cool. But
it's probably 63 degrees now.
I was in almost a dead heat. It was a 13th race. It was 12 o'clock, and it was 13 degrees out. And we waited and waited. I says, listen, I don't want to win. Just let me get back to the barn. But it was, I did win it by the tightest of nose.
Was that with Roman nose?
Not with Roman nose.
How is Roman?
Roman is so happy. And so he had the attack of the vultures the other day. He went out to visit vultures. They were
thought he was
around.
dead.
And I says, don't go over there. Well, he went over there. And, of course, as soon as they spread their 5-foot wingspan, he come running like it was he was wild-eyed. Good old horse, though, he is. Good buddy.
The 3 Silly Rock, 2. The 4 Amor Cruiser, 7. The 5 Western Ready, 4. The 6 I Want My Money, 6. And the 7 Center of It All, 5. Recheck 1, 3, 2, 7, 4, 6. 5 on the bottom. Opening quarter 29 and 2. Half 59 and 1. 3/4 and 130. Time of the mile 159. 4 bends. Skipping Stone. On behalf of the Ohio State.
No placing there in the final, so you had to run down there from our announcer Jason Settlemore. I guess that's going to wrap it up for us tonight. Tom Pye, Doug Ballinger, Matt Clark.
We shall return tomorrow.
We'll be back here tomorrow night, post time at 6 with 12 big ones. Hopefully we can dodge the rain. 65% chance of rain tomorrow.
Mr. Ballinger, please. Mr.
Don't say those
Ballinger,
bad
please.
things.
Don't say rain.
So long from Findlay, Ohio.
Have a good night, folks. We shall see you at a fair.